it's not close enough to my face because it should be reaching yellow, like just a little bit more. Alright, yeah, there we go. It should be that close to my face. Alright, with that said, we should be live, and there we go. Sorry about that sudden orange jump scare, but hello everybody. Welcome back to old school RuneScape. My name is Orange Zero, and the the ping on Twitch might be a bit delayed. I do apologize about that, but I did come to realize it is mostly my internet connection that's that's kind of like messing things up. So yeah, 7 seconds, but better. All right, that's fair. That's fair. We do have. Sorry, let me just restart my stream manager on my on my other screen. But yeah, essentially, we should be doing good for the stream delay. Considering that my internet is a bit better today because I am technically home alone. My sister went to where to my parents' house, which I was at on the 24th, which was yesterday. And today we basically took turns because my sister had work and she couldn't like stay with my family, so my sister's gonna stay over there for about over the weekend. So we're here just doing some pet hunting. I think you guys can see it, but I'm actually wearing a Santa hat for Christmas, but to make sure that it doesn't mess up my stuff, you'll actually see here that I'm wearing a Guild Hunter headwear. I actually have a transmog plugin so that I can transmog stuff that I have on my person to make sure that I have, you know, some holiday stuff activated. Also, Merry Christmas. Yes, Merry Christmas Eclipse, Merry Christmas chat. Also, welcome James to the stream over there on YouTube. YouTube should have a lot less latency because on YouTube, unfortunately, or fortunately maybe, but on YouTube I am mostly that is mostly my main like streaming platform. On my OBS, YouTube is my main platform to stream to, and then Twitch is where it like multi-streams to, basically. Yes, Merry Christmas. 7 to 10 second delay. Yeah, you can't really get rid of the latency even on ultra low. Ultra low just guarantees that it should have a delay of about 5 to 10 seconds, because I am like essentially live streaming it. So yeah, with that said, we're just back from yesterday. For anyone who hasn't been here yesterday, a really nice upgrade to our pet hunting is, or at least our hunter rumors, is that we got the Guild Hunter top. It doesn't give me any extra XP like other skilling gear, but the Guild Hunter top makes it that, or the Guild Hunter gear, like the Guild Hunter headwear and top, reduces the amount of required. It basically makes the pity roll easier. So instead of getting 20, right? Like, let's say I need 20 to get the guaranteed like rare fur from the Dark Kebbit. With the Guild Hunter headwear and top, it's reduced by like 2.5% each. At the moment, it's not really affecting me that much because unfortunately, the Guild Hunter top and bottom are not don't have enough of a bonus to reduce it by 1, essentially, or reduce it any more than there isn't much to reduce it any more than 1. So yeah. Sorry about that. But yeah, it doesn't really reduce it any more than 1 because I think it's too low of a percentage and all that, which is only fair. Apart from that, I do hope I get the entire like Guild Hunter set, because I do like the skilling sets. Not only do they look cool, right? I mean, why wouldn't you want the skilling set, right? It's pretty fun at the very least. So yeah. yeah, right now we're just yapping and just celebrating Christmas. So if you guys, for those who are in my same like time zone, which is like Asia, which is it should be about like 6:30 p.m. there. Hope you guys have your Christmas dinners with you as we just like hopefully get a good drop. I've said this before and I'll keep saying it, but I don't really expect myself to get a pet because for those who don't know, for Chinchampas, it is 1 in 80,000. And for Herbie, it's 1 in 6,500. And then for the Quetzin, it's 1 in 1,000. If I ever get 200 million XP in Hunter, which is once I get 99, right? It'll be 1 in 67, basically increasing my chances by 15 times. But that's just like basically, that's basically just what's this called? Like dry protection. So if you were super dry until like getting to 99, then you know if you can make it to 200 mil XP, it's basically just about guaranteed after 100, after about 67 like after 67 like loot sacks of either master or expert rumors. But yeah, hopefully you guys are having a great Christmas because I had a really nice Christmas, or at least pre-Christmas dinner yesterday. I was having dinner with my parents, my brother, and his wife, and we had a lot of and we got to watch like we were like watching on Netflix this movie called The Great Flood. I kind of like the premise, but if you guys aren't into like time loop sort of plots, I don't recommend it because the plot is a little bit convoluted and it can get confusing if you're not paying too much attention to it, because you only usually know that it's a time loop like after the first loop and stuff, and then basically it becomes confusing if you're not like paying full attention to what happened, because the plot, as much as it reveals the entire plot, the time loop fake out plot kind of like makes the movie confusing at times. Oh, there we go. Let's see if I can empty. Perfect. Just empty out the pouch so that when we go back to the Hunter Guild, all of our stuff is like at the ready. The only thing I really should be banking for is if I'm emptying the pouches from Dashing Kebits, and emptying the pouches from the Dashing Kebits, emptying my herb sack after Herbivore, or getting stamina potions for Herbivore. Alright, there we go. Yup. Dare to take on the rumor? Yes. There we go. Red chins. Ooh, yes please. Yay! 93 Hunter! Oh, and 1,900 total level. Let's go. That's pretty good. Alright. Put the loot sack here. Perfect. To me, I think this is a pretty efficient like setup. I don't have to like... It reduces the amount of time I'm banking. Because if I bank like to like reset my setup... if I'm banking to like reset my setup every time, it might be like a hassle to do so. So yeah. Let's go to Talteclan and get red chins there. In the middle of editing the clip where you lose when Tidy shot the cannibal in Sons of the Forest. Oh, where I don't remember that clip. Can you send me that clip over? That I feel like I know this, but I just don't remember what it is. Oh, I should open this up. There we go. Oh, sure. Thank you. Alright, let's see here. I'm just like checking. I'm just like refreshing chat whenever I can. Oh, oh, a bot just logged out when it saw me, huh? Oh man. man, there was there was a bot here. That's for sure. Man, I wish I saw the bots. I could have right-clicked and like looked them up, man. Oh man, I wasn't paying attention. Ugh, ugh. Look at that! Look at that! There was a bot. There was a bot, boys. There we go. Alright, that's perfect though. At least we get this spot all to ourselves. At least these Stalteclon chin bots are smarter than they are. But man, I will never forget the one time I got so salty out from a bot. I just fucking spam reported that guy. I was so mad, dude. Bots do not deserve getting the pet after doing nothing but botting. I hate it. I hate it so much. Send that bot to Botany Bay, bro. I will... Man, I was so pissed. Like, the pet spawned right in front of me when he did it, and I was like, I hate this guy. I hate this guy. I hate this guy. And I just like spam reported him out of spite that he got the damn pet for doing nothing but botting. I hope that guy lost so much. I hope that guy lost billions from that bot, because I really hate bots, man. Actually, let me check. How much are red chins now? Because I could probably sell my red chins at some point. Oh, they dropped to 800 again. Because back then, when the bots got banned, it went back to 1,000. Oh man, the bots are back, boys. Seeing that it's down to 800, I can see that the bots are like up basically. Like, you know it's bad when the bots basically, you know the botting is like back when you see that the stuff like red chins are like no longer 1,000 each. This is the reality. Your IP address is no. I wouldn't. Even if it's a botter, I wouldn't dox a botter. They're scum of the earth, yeah, but I'm still a person who respects people's privacy. He may be an asshole, but I would rather just like slow down his amount of money made by his stupid gold. Oh no, clips! Oh god. But yeah, like I understand that there will always be botting in RuneScape. I'm just happy that Jagex is doing something about the botting, quite honestly. Because the botting was like very rampant. I still remember like bot nuke day was a thing like that as well, like in RuneScape 3. I was very happy for bot nuke day as well, so I'm pretty happy to see what Jagex has planned for future botters, because I know that botting is like, again, unavoidable, but at least you can like, at least they're doing what they can on the war against bots, because I know the war against bots is gonna be a very uphill battle. Like, there's no denying that. Like, you can't beat the bots when there's like, when they have incentive to like when they have the incentive to basically make money off of the gold on RuneScape, basically. So I'm also pretty happy that they're like cracking down on real world trading. It has definitely been like a difficult you know, I know it's a difficult like feat for Jagex to do, but hey man, like I hope my membership money is helping, because I'm not gonna lie to you, right? I fully support Jagex. Like I'm a firm believer, right? And I'm willing to be corrected if I'm wrong, but I'm a firm believer that RuneScape is the one game that will survive like years upon years, so long as they keep doing the right things. Because Jagex has been doing like a really good job at making sure that, you know, the community is like informed and like basically having a back and forth with the community. Like, they listen, but they also say, hey, like, we have to put our foot down, like this is the identity that we see, and we want you guys to feel that, basically, right? I like that they're working with the community to make it the game that the community and Jagex wants it to be. Definitely, hold on. Let me just type something. Alright. Hold on. I knew it. My chat isn't updating again. Though I do remember someone cheating in COD, and I kid you not, someone said that dude's IP address before they left and never came back. I was 2010s. Yeah, dude, the 2010 era was an interesting time. Like the 2010 era was an interesting like time, dude. Definitely. It was definitely a time in which it was definitely like the start of the internet heyday, basically. That was definitely like the era where people were like trying to fuck around and find out, because like early 2000 and 2010s were definitely a I mean, I don't necessarily miss the 2010s. I know I just have like I know I definitely just have like nostalgia for it. Nothing beats pre-nerf dual 1887 shotguns era. Oh my god, yeah. Because I know like 2010 was like the boom of like FPS games, but it was also the like oversaturation of FPS games at the time, which is like very sad like to think about, basically. But there's not much that there's not much that we can do about it. Like when you have the formula for a good for something good, right? Like why would you change it up, right? You can just add a little bit of a twist to it and then hope for the best that it gets good. But I definitely enjoyed like early FPS games. Like unfortunately, right? I'm not ashamed to admit it, but I was an FPS head back then. But I wasn't a good one at that. I was a very shitty like FPS player. Because back then my favorite games were not Call of Duty. My favorite games, like right now, right? One of my top favorite FPS games, of course, Borderlands, looter shooters. But surprisingly enough, if we're talking about like my favorite FPS games, it's like looter shooters, which is Borderlands. Like I'm not gonna put like Borderlands 1, 2, 3, 4 and stuff in the list. I'm just gonna put it as the entire franchise, because it would be cheating to have like 4 slots as Borderlands. So immediately, number 1 is always Borderlands, right? My top favorite FPS game is Borderlands because it's an FPS RPG. It's a combination of my 2 favorite things in the world, FPS and RPG, quite literally, right? My second favorite FPS would definitely be BioShock. The BioShock series, when I first played it in BioShock 2, it was such a breath of fresh air, seeing that you can like, because you could like ADS in BioShock, right? But it didn't require you to ADS too much. And I grew up in the era of Valve FPS and a little bit of Quake, but I'm not that good at Quake, right? But I grew up in Valve FPS. I grew up in the streets of Counter-Strike and TF2, and basically, right, zooming in was specific for the snipers and not for like ADSing, right? Oh, hello there, bot. Hold on. Die, bot. Okay, there we go. But yeah, I basically grew up with like Valve style FPS. So whenever I played like newer FPS, a lot of people are like, why aren't you ADSing? And I'm like, I only learned of Call of Duty like later in my life, which was like what, Call of Duty 2. And my introduction to FPS was basically like, why should I like right click and like zoom in when I can just perfectly hip fire? And it took me like a really long time to get really good at like ADS. And to this day, you guys will actually see me like be really bad at ADSing. Like only in Borderlands do I like ADS, because in Borderlands like ADSing feels a little bit smoother than regular like ADS in other games. That's why I definitely can do ADS in 3 and like in the Borderlands series. But in other games, again, like you guys will always see me hip firing, because I will never ever be able to like make use of ADS accuracy. I only use it to like zoom in further, but not to like actually help me like aim at my enemies and stuff. So yeah. my first FPS varied. It can be either CS, Half-Life, or if we're talking about my possible oldest, Wolfenstein 3D or Doom. I mean, we're talking about like first, as in your first like exposure to FPS. My first exposure to FPS was definitely not CS and TF2. It was definitely Half-Life when I still didn't know what was going on with the campaign. And then after that, like being someone from a third world country, I did a lot of PC shops. I went to a lot of like internet cafes, and I was playing like Counter-Strike. I was playing Quake and stuff. But because in my country, the FPS craze wasn't actually that much. It was always like CS Source, right? But after CS Source, right? A majority of my country are MMORPG players. So I definitely feel like a majority of my roots when it comes to like wanting to do a bunch of builds and not like really sticking to meta stuff was definitely because I loved playing oh yeah, Crossfire too. I unfortunately never reached the Crossfire like craze. I saw a lot of people playing Crossfire, but I know my FPS games were like, oh man, I'm gonna send a few people back here as I say this, right? It was like Counter-Strike Source, and then, right, I started playing Warrock. For those who know what Warrock is, feel free to put WD-40 on your kneecaps. I was playing like Warrock and stuff like that. I played a little bit of Battlefield, but I never got to get really good at I never got good at ADSing. I always just kept hip firing no matter what I did. And then yeah, a little bit of Call of Duty. Orange reminded us of Unk status. I mean, look, man, look. Like, there's nothing wrong with being Unk status, right? At the very least, we can say back in my day, and then we could just reference like really bad gaming experiences. Like, dude, I can reference the Falador massacre, and I can say I lived through the Falador massacre of June 6th, 2006, dude, right? It's pretty sick. Like, I'll say that at the very least. What else? I know there were like a few times where what's this called? There were definitely a few times where I was playing like a lot of MMOs, because I remember my exposure to MMOs were like Ragnarok Online, Ran Online, again RuneScape, God's War. The first MMO I ever knew that you could AFK, God's War, Ragnarok Online, Ran Online. What else? Oh yeah, MU. I played MU. I played Pirate King. I played. God, I forgot what it's called, but it's something of Solstice. What else? I think those are like the more memorable ones. But I know I played like a ton. I know I dabbled a little bit of Dragon Nest, but unfortunately I never got into Dragon Nest because when I played Dragon Nest, my friend kind of boosted me so that I could play with him. But I never got into like the crafting system when I really liked the crafting system. But because I couldn't get into the crafting system and like the whole other other systems of the game, I felt like I was falling behind, and I would just have to wait until my friend would give me gear, and I never could play Dragon Nest for extended periods of time, basically, which is very sad at the very least. But I did what I could. Apart from that, Warframe. The only real reason why I'm not playing Warframe these days is mostly the content bloat. The hard part is if you fall off and you don't play Warframe, because I sang Warframe's praises back then, and I will tell you guys, I spent like a lot of money on Warframe, that's for sure. But it was very sad for me because Warframe was like a really good game. Like, the game is not too monetized, right? But the game still has its own still has its like ups and downs. Like gameplay wise, Warframe is amazing. It's even though it's like grind heavy, like to me, what MMO is not grind heavy, right? Like MMOs are grind heavy because that's the fun part about MMOs, right? So yeah. I would dare say put this in I would dare to say to put this in MMO category because it's basically just Warframe but anime. But hopefully the developers of this game take it to a good direction. Duet Night Abyss. I really like Duet Night Abyss's current system. They did a really bang up job with the pity system, with the roll system, with the farming system. They have a soft pity for their for their relics. Basically, it's pretty good. I definitely enjoyed that system, but I know I burnt out because I basically got Lin and I was like, yep, I'm playing Mesa, but there's not yet any like unique enough there hasn't really been a unique enough character in the game. I mean, they have unique characters. A good example is Fina. There's no equivalent to Fina in Warframe, but Fina isn't unique enough for me, in my opinion, because Fina doesn't. I don't really see like a lot of like fun in Fina. Truffle is also a very unique character, but Truffle kind of messes up your initial farming because her first ability, when she sends out hello Key, welcome to the stream. We're just pet hunting and hopefully getting 99, but I know we can get 99 on this stream. We're gonna be playing for just a few hours. But yeah, the hard part about the current stage, or the current time to feed orange to my cat. Damn. But yeah, the current like state of DNA is the game is good, but I don't really see any incentive to be playing DNA and farming like all of the dailies and stuff, because the hard part is it's an MMO kind of like Warframe, but there's not really enough uniqueness to the characters to really differentiate it from Warframe. But I don't really see any problem in that either, right? It's just that I would like to see something unique. Because to me, it's like, yeah, it has Genshin Impact graphics, so it immediately gets you. And then if you're a Warframe player, you're gonna love it because, you know, you love farming, you love the mechanics of Warframe, and this is and if you don't like the power fantasy like mechanics of Warframe, this is a more balanced version of the game. But at the same time, it's also very numbers go up because of Lady Nightfall. My friend like really likes Lady Nightfall, and basically, right, Lady Nightfall is like incredibly strong. But at the same time, currently, how I see it, their balancing system is if your character is a certain element, you can only use certain mods. So very specific like characters are held back by the limited amount of mods that they have. So I definitely want to see what direction the developers of Duet Night Abyss take it, because from my point of view, right, they're still trying to identify if they want the high number go up fantasy, right, or do they want it to be a more balanced, and do they want it to be a more balanced version and stuff. So yeah, because I kind of see where they're coming from with Lady Nightfall. I'm pretty sure Lady Nightfall and Fina and like the stronger characters were like the very strong characters came out like before they basically released like any balance testing on those. So yeah, because other characters, like if you're taking the other characters that aren't like Lady Nightfall or I forgot the light like sword girl, the luminous sword girl, I forgot her name. Like if you remove those two, maybe even Lin, but I'd say Lin is a bit difficult, but I'd say Lin is kind of balanced if we're talking like her access to like certain mods, right? But yeah, with those specific like setups, I can kind of see that within the circle of those characters, within the circle of the specific characters that are not OP, when they yeah, it's difficult to like describe, but if we're talking about like the bubble of like almost the main base cast that isn't like Lady Knifeful, the Sword Girl, maybe even Psyche, and I forgot her name. Psyche, and I think that's it. Like, those three characters are like the most OP. I'd say maybe even Lin. If you remove Lin from that bubble, you can kind of see that some of these characters are balanced because they were thought of within like this certain like meta. But the others that are like way too OP, like again Lady Knifeful and Lin, you can kind of see that those are the characters that are pretty overtuned. But I feel like they were overtuned on purpose so that the devs can see, like, essentially the community feedback, whether or not they want the balanced experience, or do they want the community to be like, hey, we like Lady Knifeful and we like all of these characters, but can you make all of these characters scale with Lady Knifeful, or like balanced around like the stronger characters, right? Stuff like that, I think. But I don't really know what direction the game will take. I don't wanna be part of the community that basically dictates how the balance is made, because, like, quite honestly, I enjoy the balancing that the devs have already added. I actually don't have a problem with what their current direction is, right? It has a little bit of something for everybody, but I know that you shouldn't be making a game for everyone, because if you make a game for everyone, you're making a game for no one. So yeah, I'm definitely excited to see what direction they take. Once I pick up DNA again, like Do It Night Abyss again, I definitely hope that it's in a direction that that pleases their community. Because I know that I'm well aware that not every game is gonna be for me, but I'm willing to give games like at least 1 to 2 hours of my time to see how much I'd enjoy it, and like add it to my repertoire of games that I might like add, that I might like pick up every now and again and stuff. So yeah, and definitely DNA is gonna be one of those games, because DNA again just sparks the Warframe like spark in me, and because it's like a new game, right? I get like I basically have a lot of opportunity to just grow and have fun with the game as it like goes on. So I definitely have to get back to like DNA soon. So yeah, their optimization as well, I will say, the reason why I trust these devs is when I played on the first week it came out, and I played it on the first day it basically came out. And when it first came out, it was horribly unoptimized graphics-wise, and I could hear my PC like taking off. But in that same week, they made optimization fixes, and my PC no longer makes any sounds when I'm playing DNA. And I'm playing like end game stuff already. So it was pretty sick to see that. I was like, holy shit, they actually fixed it. What a god! Like they were actually like pretty good at that. So I have at least that much trust in the devs, because if they could optimize the game because it's Unreal Engine 5, right? Then hey, I have trust in these guys. I will give them I will give them faith, right? And see how far they'll take it. I want to see how far they'll take my faith. Definitely want to see what new characters they come up with, because right now it's basically like their characters are basically a reference to either Warframe or Genshin Impact or the other gacha games. But I will say, because they did not make the game a gacha and the only thing that you can gacha are cosmetics, right? I'm very happy with their monetization system. I will never ever like play a gacha game unless, like, let's say I become part of a streaming like group, and my streaming group got paid to like play a gacha game. Then I'll go play a gacha game, right? Like, I'm willing to give it a shot, but unfortunately, I will say that it's not that I'm against gacha games, right? I just don't like that some or most gacha games are predatory. if people like playing gacha games, I'm not gonna judge them for it. Like if I'm close friends with someone who plays gacha games, I'm gonna talk shit on them that they know that. Sorry, I'm gonna talk shit on them because they know that it's all fun and games when I say that. But if I've met a new friend and it's like, oh, I play gacha games, I'm like, yeah, that's fair, right? Because I understand the appeal of gacha games. Like I've played Epic 7. So I've played Epic 7 all the way until chapter 2 came out. But I never got past chapter 7 or chapter 2. Chapter 2 is when the Fire Tribe came out, basically. And I never got past that chapter because I kind of realized that it was taking the direction of Ragnarok Online, which was endgame was PvP, and I was like, I kind of don't vibe with that, so I basically gave up. I basically gave up Epic 7 after realizing that I'm optimizing my stuff for PvP, but I'm enjoying the PVM aspect, and because there wasn't a lot of PVM like opportunities for me at the time other than the endless tower and stuff, I was like, yeah, I don't wanna waste my time on this, basically. But at the end of the day, like I don't judge anyone for like playing gacha games. It's fun. Like I've seen Cookie Run, and if I'm not gonna lie, and if I just didn't have a like a slow burn bad time with Epic 7, I probably would have tried Cookie Run. But now I just need monetary incentive to like play gacha games. the monetary bonuses that the sponsors would give me, right? I'm not gonna lie to you, would be put back to their gacha game because that's the money I would use to gacha. Oh, okay. I think this is the tunnel over there, but hopefully so that it's like a faster herbivore run. Oh, okay. I definitely will say, like, apart from this, I do want to get like a few other pets in the game, because again, I really like the color orange. I definitely want to get the Shellbane Griffin pet because you can transmog it to look like the boss, and the Shellbane Griffin is orange. So yeah. Apart from that, I also want to get like the Seracnis boss pet, which is Sriracha. Because you can transmog it to be the orange minion, and I really like the color orange. Apart from that, I just want to do like a bunch of farming right now, or XP training, and I thought if I'm gonna do XP training on Hunter and I'm gonna do an active method, I might as well do like Hunter Rumors, right? And while I'm doing Hunter Rumors, the wiki already has the block list for me to like work on, so I was like, why not just go do the Hunter pet block list while going to 99? Because if I was like gonna do the block list, they were like, oh, this is like the most efficient block list, but in my head I'm like, I don't want to be efficient. I just want to block the tasks that I don't want to do. And when I saw the pet hunting block list, I was like, it's pretty good enough because I enjoy falconry, and I do want to get like supplies from what's this called? I do definitely want to get supplies from the Dashing Kebbit, because Dashing Kebbit supplies are what, 23 health, but it's essentially 13 initially and then 10 after 4 seconds. But even then, that setup is like a pretty good like setup. If I'm like not doing bossing, if I'm like doing Slayer tasks, or like I would say minor bosses like Hespori, who don't hit a lot or don't hit for high damage, right? Then Hunter Meat is like perfect. And then I just have my sharks reserved for if I need instant HP, basically. I usually use my sharks when I'm doing Zora, but I know that I won't be using like sharks on what's this called? Oh, that's double runner weeds already. But I know I won't be using I forgot what it's called. I'm so sorry. I know I won't be using like instant heal food on fight caves maybe, because think I think because it's a marathon of 63 waves, right? I need more healing, so essentially I might need to like start investing in Sarah Brews, because I'm gonna try and use the Hunter Sunlight Crossbow and see how far that will take me. But I think the Ruby Bolts, Ruby Bolts E give me HP? Or is RS Ruby Bolts E? Because a lot of people recommend Ruby Bolts E in some of the or not a lot, but some guides like recommend Ruby Bolts E. Because why? Oh, Ruby Bolts E is like damages my HP to deal more damage to the enemy. Is there... No, there's no healing bolts, right? There's no healing bolts in OSRS, right? There's no way there's bolts that heal me. OSRS. Are there bolts that heal you? Because that would be OP as hell and like the most expensive bolt in the entire game. Oh, there is Onyx Bolts E. Okay, that's fair. Onyx Bolts E are... How's the grind? I'm having fun. I'm just like yapping while I grind the XP, right? I'm like talking about like my supplies for like future runs, and like if there was a enchanted bolt that heals HP, and apparently there is Onyx Bolts E, but I kind of get it. Onyx Bolts are hard to come by, so I kind of get why they would put it in Onyx Bolts E. So yeah. And I assume Onyx Bolts E are only for... Hold on. Onyx Bolt E. I assume Onyx Bolts are only for Dragon? Oh no! It's for... It can also be used on... What are these? Rune Bolts? Yes? Yes? Yeah, Runite Bolts. Oh, so these are super expensive. Oh my god. But yeah, I can kind of... I should have expected that. Onyx Bolts are like OP. Oh, there we go. Attack Tunnel. Drink a stam. Right, perfect. What are the chances we get Herbie now? Haha, JK. That would have been a funny coincidence, but no. 1 in 6,500 to get Herbie, come on. No way that would have been like, no way that would have happened. I would love to say, oh, watch this, but come on now. Come on now. I may be lucky when it comes to like MMORPGs, but I'm not that lucky. Put this on... You know what? Let's put this on Herblore. Do we need 70 Herblore for Sot? Yes, I do. I only need like 70 construction and 70 Herblore, so I could probably just... Do I want to rush 70 Herblore? 70 construction though. I mean, yeah, 70 construction is gonna be like expensive as hell. So I don't really know if I wanna like liquidate my bank assets for that, honestly. Because I know I have like a lot of money in liquidable assets in RuneScape. Well, sort of. Most of it is supplies because I do a lot of Zulrah, but I definitely wanna do some Zulrah on stream. The only hard part is that I'm still having a hard time. There we go. Still having a hard time like talking while like focusing. Like I think I remember when I was doing Clan Bingo and I was in Clan Bingo and I was doing Moons of Peril. I wasn't really talking a lot when I was fighting the bosses, but in between each boss I was talking. So yeah, I still do apologize, but I still gotta practice that. Where if I'm on total focus, right? I have a hard time like communicating with my chat, and I look at it after I'm done like with the boss and stuff. And each run is like 10 minutes too, because I'm using like Void only on Moons of Peril. Oh, this guy has the omelet. Hell yeah. There we go. I know you can only get Herbie when you extract Herbivore, so I think it's fine here. Alright, attack Tano. At the very least, I'm not gonna lie, like, at least I'm getting like so much herbs out of this. I can like essentially level up Herblore like no tomorrow if I really wanted to. Cause I know I'm missing like a lot of snake grass, and I'm probably gonna, hopefully if I have some time off stream, what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna pick up a bunch of snape grass on Waterbirth Island. And then bank them, because I have the Relica like easy diary ready, so I can like teleport to Relica and I can bank using the Pier the Seer basically. Ooh, far away. Oh, drink a dose because we're at 50. Perfect. Also, I definitely want to see what raid 4 is gonna be. But before that, I should finish like a bunch of quests. Because I may be mid-game, but I don't have Desert Treasure like activated, dude. I don't have Ancients, but I have Lunars. And I haven't even done Dream Mentor. So half my Lunars aren't even done. Or aren't even available. Hey! There we go. How many more stacks of dig site do we have? Alright. Herbivore? Herbivore again? Oh, my Twitch chat is reconnecting on my second screen. So what we're going to do is we're going to refresh everything. Hold on. Hello, Gurkha. Welcome. Yes. Is there anything that you need? Yes, I would like another rumor. Yay! Another Herbivore! You love to see the back-to-back Herbivore, boys. You love to see the back-to-back. Let's go. Empty that. Put this there. Grab another stam. Do we need to grab another stam? Not for now. Alright, let's go grab another dig site pendant though. Grab one of those so that when we teleport, we can just wear this after. Perfect. Go to Mushroom Meadow. Oh man, I really need to pee. I shouldn't start this Herbivore run before I pee. Hold on. I'm gonna go pee first, and then we're gonna like go and do some, and then we're gonna do some Herbivore. Hold on. Is it possible? Do I have the thing here? Pisswell, thank you. Hold on. Let me see if I have like. Oh man! I don't have it. That's unfortunate. Alright, I don't have it yet, but we can probably work on that like midstream if I need to like or if I need to like take a break. But I'm gonna go pee and then I'll be back. Alright. I need to check something real quick. I'm back, by the way. I need to check something real quick. Is there a way... is there a way to... how do I say this? Is there a way to scale an object in OBS relative to another object? Like, hold on, let me check that. OBS. Can you make an... hold on. Can you make an element scale relative to another element? Yes, you can make an element scale relative to another, primarily using CSS percentage, flexbox, or grid, or layout-based scaling, or with JavaScript or more dynamic calculations using CSS/layout-based scaling. The width of the container with its parent. What? Hold on. To maintain aspect ratio within a flowing layout, alternatively use modern CSS. Wait, is this is this a development thing? This is a dev thing. I'm talking about goddamn. I'm talking about OBS, man. Okay, hold on. Damn, there is no multi-resize option here, bro. Oh, that is unfortunate. Oh well, let's just continue doing herbivore. I'll probably do research off stream, unless you guys are okay with me, like, when I take a break from, like, doing when I take a break from doing, like, hunter rumors, you guys, I go, like, I go and, like, play, or I go and, like, rescale stuff. Will you play Monster Hunter Wilds after it got optimized? I mean, I still have to buy, like, a GPU. My VRAM is only, what, 6 gigabytes, 4 gigabytes? And it requires, like, 8 gigabytes of VRAM, right? And it requires, like, a 2070. I'm legitimately one, like, generation behind. I have a GTX or GT 260, a 2060. So I'm like, I might as well wait until I get my upgraded, like, GPU, because I am going to buy, like, an updated graphics card. And I'm pretty sure my I know I have, like, 32 gigabytes. Are those even affordable? I mean, if there's a higher, like, if there's something better, right? If there's a better GPU that's for cheaper, then yeah, I'm gonna go get it. But of course, my goal is to just get whatever minimum is possible, because so far my PC is pretty future-proof, and considering that I'm not really gonna play, like, Wilds all that much, and I'm only gonna be playing, like, MMORPGs, like for the foreseeable future, I don't really see any problem with it. Like I'm not gonna be playing Roblox on stream, but I'm gonna be playing a bunch of Roblox, that's for sure. Red chins, alright. So yeah, that's so far, like, my only real concern right now is just getting better stuff for the games that I want, like Borderlands. Like, I am just depressed that Borderlands 4 is unplayable on this PC, basically, because I don't think I have the requirements for it. Let me just check, actually. Let me open up the store. Let me go to Borderlands 4. I'm pretty sure if I bought Borderlands 4, right? Pretty sure if I bought Borderlands 4, I can't play it. Oh. Yeah, Intel Core i7 12700, AMD Ryzen 7. Yeah, that's difficult for the processor. My processor is gonna, like, absolutely kill me. Oh, NVIDIA GeForce RTX 3080, which is difficult because I don't have a what's this called? I don't have a GTX 3080. It's gonna be difficult. But but the minimum requirements is like an RTX 2070, which is something that I can get. AMD Ryzen 7 2700X. I might have to upgrade my processor at some point as well. But apart from that, yeah. Requires 64-bit processor and operating system. Requires 8 CPU cores for processor. 8GB VRAM for graphics. Yeah, I'm gonna need like, again, 8GB VRAM. I know I only have like 6GB max. So yeah. But apart from that, yeah, that's pretty much like all I got for my PC. I know I have to upgrade it because, I mean, logically, I've had this since what, 2021? Because I had it since the pandemic. So it's what, 4 years old, which I'm pretty sure it's already serving its time really well. The only sad part is that I quite literally could have afforded it, but my life situation made it that it's now a little bit it's not a little bit, but it's incredibly late to get like RAM and like video cards, when during the time that I could buy it, like life got in the way and I couldn't upgrade my PC. It makes me absolutely like depressed knowing that. Alright, here we go. And then box time. The fun part is like the higher level my hunter is, the better chances my catch rates are, so it's pretty good. Oh, that's unfortunate, but no problem. Two fails to two successes. There we go. Okay, 98. What's this called? 98 Chinchampas for pity, which is pretty good. That's 2 less than the original pity rate. There we go. One thing I will say though, I definitely enjoy Monster Hunter Wilds. I only really played it all the way up until I got access to coloring my secret. So I definitely wanna like play a little bit more at some point, because I'm quite literally doing double hunting horns in my setup, so that I have like maximum buffs basically. Let's see. I also wish I do have like access to the Teku Salamanders here, but that's just like a meme item that I want to get, because Teku Salamander just gives me like access to better access to just all the attack styles basically. I just keep greatswording it. I mean, no issue with that. I mean, if that's how you want to play it, right? I don't see any problem with it. The alt weapon is just so in case you want to do like alt weapons. I just wanted to do hunting horns because I didn't want to do any other like weapon basically. Because if I'm gonna be like thinking about min-maxing it, then I probably wouldn't go double hunting horn. I would have went hunting horn, sword and shield, and then my setup would be Horn Maestro, a lot of defense, or a lot of like immunities, and then Horn Maestro immunities, friendship, and speed eater, and I would just do speed eater to buff my allies, and then my hunting horn would contain like earplugs L basically. Because I can kind of see the fun part of the... I can kind of see how optimized like a friendship, like how you could make a friendship hunting horn work by having sword and shield on it, right? And then swapping to sword and shield to like use the eating properties. Oh, there we go. Found the funniest card in Yu-Gi-Oh! Is it Little D? Wonky Quartet. Yu-Gi-Oh! Wonky Quartet. Oh! What? They made the Performapal Exceed monster? Okay. Attach the top 3 cards of your deck to discard this material. Then apply the following effects based on the monsters attached to this card. 4 or less, give control of this card to your opponent. Take 400 damage for each card this material this card has. And if you do, destroy all monsters you control if you have 5 or more. And how many 2 plus level 4 monsters? Oh. Wait, when it says destroy all monsters you control, does that include the Wonky Quartet? It's basically Russian roulette. I mean, that is true. But technically, right? Oh, it's unaffected by other cards. Oh, wait. Other cards' effects. So it's only affected by its own effect. Once during your standby phase. I mean, the thing is, right? It's on the standby phase. So, doesn't this just kind of die immediately? Like in your like field? Because think about it, right? If you summon this on your main phase, and then your turn ends because it has like, let's say you have 2 monsters in it, right? It has 2 monsters in it. You attach 3. You attach 3 on standby phase, right? Standby phase. And then you apply the 5 or more immediately. There's not a single moment, or I don't see a single moment in this deck or in this card's effect in which it goes to your opponent and dies unless you have cards specifically to reduce it to less than 1. It goes to your opponent immediately. Wait, why? If you attach 3 on someone, it goes to your opponent immediately? Why? Because it only applies the effect like on standby phase, right? Oh! If this card is summoned, if this card is exceed summoned, also once per turn during your standby phase. Okay. So when it's summoned, you attach. If you attach 3 on summon, it goes to your opponent immediately. Wait, how? Because let's say, because it requires 2 plus level 4 monsters. So overlay 2 on summon, activate its effect, attach 3 becomes 5. And then it just dies on summon. How do you reduce the materials by 1? How do you reduce the materials by 1? So that it doesn't destroy your like field. Five or more monsters. Yeah. Yeah, 5 or more. So if you play oh, number of monsters attached. So you basically attach like spells and traps instead. Oh. Okay, that's fair. That's fair. Bank worth not a lot. Also, hello, Bank. Welcome to the stream. I am a hard stuck mid game player, because I have like really high ping, and I'm very afraid of partaking on monster fights. But hopefully you have a fun time here, because I'm just going for pet right now. Well, not really going for pet, but whichever comes first, either the pet or the 99. Stats and cash stack? I only have like 23 mil. My stats are base 70s with my 299s as thieving and fire making, my friend. Problem is, if your opponent plays like a lot of spells and traps, the wonky quartet gets massive. Just had 14 material quartet. But the question is, right, like, I assume Valmonica has like specific effects that activate if they're a material, maybe? Because I would assume, right, like the material, like Valmonica materials, considering they're like spells and traps. Oh, so they just act as like extra materials. Oh, but it can OTK because it deals 400 damage for each material this card has. So if you have like if you have like 2, right? If you have 2 monsters attached to it, and then you attach like all the Valmonica spell traps, and then it goes to your opponent's field, and then they attach 3 from top deck, they basically insta die. Oh. I like that setup. To me, my favorite setup, even though it doesn't really work, is that wacky magic like deck. I wanna make it work. Valmonica does not attach itself to anything. The wonky quartet just sucks them up from your deck. Oh. Okay, oh, okay. So basically, if you accidentally top deck like a lot of your if you like top deck a lot of monsters instead of the Valmonica spell traps, you also insta die basically, or at least your field insta dies on accident. Also, Wonky Quartet is unaffected by everything. Are you telling me that it's like unaffected? Like, because it says by other cards' effects. I assume when it says destroy all monsters you control, right? Like when it says like destroy all monsters you control, right? I assume that it means all monsters except itself, all monsters including itself, right? Because yeah, it nukes itself, right? Because I get that it's unaffected by other cards. Like I don't give a shit about that effect. Like that's basic modern Yu-Gi-Oh crap for some reason, right? But like thinking about like its self nuke effect is like how to make it work. But if you're running like 30 spell traps on a 10 monster deck, I mean, I don't really see a problem with that. Like I've seen worse. I used to run a 2 monster 38. I used to run a 2 monster 38 spell card deck. Runic, that's true. Runic also does that, but Runic basically just slows the game down like by a crawl, but not as bad as Mystic Mine at the very least. Just run no monsters. I mean, how would you summon Wonky Quartet with no monsters? Because you can't use tokens as exceed materials. Oh, a monster trap deck. Oh. That's fair, that's fair. But the hard part is like, let's say we do have like the monster trap deck, right? Yeah, something like Paleozoic but with level 4. I mean, what's this called? Golden Lord. There's like 2 Golden Lord monsters that are like level 4. But yeah, in my head, the hard part is you need to get 5 monsters in there. So the opponent has like practically about 1 to 2 turns, or about 2 to 3 turns before they die, if that happens, right? Or before they get like nuked. Because if you have nothing but monster traps, then it solely relies on your opponent's ability, or your opponent's like ability to get rid of the monster before the monster effect goes off. Basically ticking time bombs style, right? Also, I assume you can Solemn Warning or Solemn Judgment the monster, right? Because I assume when it is unaffected, it's only unaffected while it's on the field. So you can negate the summoning of the monster, right? To be fair, they can just link it off. Yeah, or you can basically have it attack. Like, you can basically put it on attack mode, attack on battle phase, right? Attack on battle phase and then turn it into double A Zeus. With like a shit ton of materials. Or does it say you can't use it as exceed material? Because I did not fully read this. I only read like the interesting part. Okay, no, yeah. Because if you like transfer it to the enemy, right? What's stopping them from like? Oh wait, let me check double E Zeus though. Yu-Gi-Oh! AA Zeus. Because it could be understanding double A Zeus's effect wrong. Once per turn, if an exceed monster battle this turn, you can also exceed summon Divine Arsenal double A Zeus Sky Thunder by using one exceed monster you control as material. Yeah, basically. So this is technically a very double-edged sword. Because let's say you don't have monsters on the field, and they can just attack for 0. Right? They attack for 0, and then use it as double A Zeus, and let's say you have like 1,000,000 materials on it. Double A Zeus basically removes everything on the field for free every time. Fill. Alright. Once we get 10 loot sacks, we're gonna like open them up. Pause it. Perfect. Alright, Dark Kebits we go. So I know the only time that I don't have monster, or the only time I don't have pet chance is like when I'm doing Kebits, the Falconry Kebits. Because there's no like Kebit like pet. But I also understand. Let me check if my chat is broken again. So far, no. I can kind of see that it's still working. I also do like Moon's content here on OSRS. Because definitely I like the PVM and bossing content in OSRS, so I definitely wanna like get into more bossing content, especially that my build is void locked. I can't actually like fight. I can't actually like change my gear to like bandos and stuff unless I'm using like specific bosses. There's a few CAs that you can definitely easily. The fat of the landworms. There we go. Perfect. Alright, so 19 to pity. But we need like 2 spaces, question mark? Now this was like 18 to 17 to pity, then I did it, then I don't have to drop stuff. But it's mostly just 10 kills on each of them. Since apparently it's not specific to 30 lunar chests, which I misunderstood the first time. Easy. Yay! Alright. Man, I definitely want to see what other pets the game has to offer in the future. Yeah, I did one run on all 3 modes. Nice. The fat of the land achievement mostly is easy if you do 10 runs of all 3 without going out to bank. Oh, my second screen has refreshed, so I might have to open up my stream manager and then chat. There we go. But I might need to do that for a bit since I'm 6 chests in and I only got Atlatl darts. Fair. You know, Wonky Quartet is not hard once per turn, just summon 2 more. But what would 2 more Wonky Quartet do? Just so the opponent doesn't, or just so the opponent doesn't have a counter to another? Like, just so the opponent doesn't have a counter to the other? Because if so, right, like, let your opponent suck up more cards on standby phase. Oh, that is fair. Empty. Nope, empty. Yeah, that is fair. That is fair. It basically just takes up, what, 6 cards immediately? Hold on. There we go. Though, I mean, it's rare these days, but having like 6 cards in your graveyard might also be semi-difficult. It sucks 9? Oh, because you're like thinking like 3 Wonky Quartets. That's fair. great chins. Okay, wear this. Get the 5 boxes. I mean, if you are able to... Why is there a clip of Jam saying, give me more Roblox? I have no idea. Where is that? Where's that from? I'll probably ping him later and ask him about that. Oh, I haven't stored the 3 herbs in my herb sack. Hold on. Okay, AKQ for the Grachins. In the clip is in Tidy's clips. Alright, I'll check it out later. Finding out how easy it is to make those good pots at Moons. Yeah. Moons is great money if you don't want to use supplies. And the food scales with your stats too. The lizard is unfortunately significantly better. Hey, there we go. Looking for CS, green log, and banks, so I might be set for a bit. Hell yeah! Nope, sorry. Awesome. It'll be nice then. Oh, it'll be nice then to green logs since they have bad luck protection. Hell yeah, that's the one thing, by the way, for Moons of Peril. They have bad luck protection, and I definitely enjoy how they did the bad luck protection setup there. It's definitely something that I didn't know at the first time, but now that I do, it's like, man, those 10-minute, like my 10-minute per run like setup is like not that bad now, because I at least know that I'll eventually get it if I'm persistent enough. But the only like items I can use in the Moons are the weapons. But unfortunately, like Eclipse Atlatl is something that I can't make full use of because I don't have a lot of like strength on Void Gear, so I immediately just sell it whenever I would get like Atlatl darts. Oh, there we go. Sorry about that. I was like refreshing my other chats for YouTube and Twitch to make sure that I'm not like missing out on anything. Man, I feel like if I had a second screen with my OBS on it, this would be easy. But I currently don't have space for a second screen. Oh, I have to reset that one. Oh, I keep clicking too early. Hold on. There we go. Set that one up. I wonder if there's other possible Gretchen areas. Cause Isle of Souls doesn't have a fairy ring, right? And the run to the Great Chin area is like super far. Oh, Current Woodland? Oh, but that's like Radha's Blessing. Radha's Blessing is like... Radha's Blessing is like limited, right? Like Radha's Blessing 2 is like a limited like setup, or like a limited amount of teleports. Alright, let me check after I like... Oh, never mind. Alright, hold on. Once I unbox this chin. Or, okay, never mind. I'm gonna be stuck here if I keep saying next chin. This is like... Oh, there we go. Isle of Souls. And this is where it is. But there's no fairy... Oh, BJP Fairy Ring? That might be pretty nearby. I could try. Yeah, I feel like I could try that. Actually, yeah, I should try BJP, but I don't have any like tiles there marked for chinning. Material quartet. I mean if you could make it last that long, then yeah, that would be pretty good. I did in solo? Hell yeah, good job. Let me check as well. Though if like Wonky Quartet is gonna be the new meta, I wouldn't be too surprised. It's pretty fun, but I also kind of see how easily countered it is. I decked out on the last resolve, but it nuked my opponent before standby. Oh, that's good. Though I will say, like, the hard part about, like, Yu-Gi-Oh! Is that it's very difficult. It can be meta, because obviously you can link it up. I mean, that's fair. But yeah, I've watched the video, and I kind of realized this as well, that if you're not a person who plays Yu-Gi-Oh!, you wouldn't be able to understand Yu-Gi-Oh! When you watch it. But for certain other card games, I would say there's an argument to it, but like for like, I'd say like the more famous card games, like, I don't know, or the best way to describe it is like, for Pokemon, it's easier to read, but in Yu-Gi-Oh!, like, I don't think Yu-Gi-Oh! is like a spectator game anymore, unfortunately, because there's so many effects going off in so little time that you barely get to read the effects. But in like Pokemon and like even Commander, like you at least get to read some of the effects. I would say even in Commander there are times where effects keep going off, but I think Commander is more social than competitive, but I could be wrong, because again, the only card game I've ever played is what? Blocks cards and Yu-Gi-Oh! Apart from that, I haven't played any other card game, so I'm basically talking out of my ass here. I do apologize. But I do wish that Yu-Gi-Oh at some point would become like a better spectator game, because Yu-Gi-Oh was like, you know, a childhood game, and seeing that Yu-Gi-Oh is now this, it's like really sad. Because with RuneScape, right? Like when I came back to RuneScape 3, I had a little bit of nostalgia because I played 2009 Scape and I had access to like EOC as well, so there was a little bit of that. But yeah. Oh, Clone Zone? Nice. We should play Yu-Gi-Oh again? Thank you for the offer, but unfortunately, until Yu-Gi-Oh like feels like a better game, I don't think I'll play Yu-Gi-Oh like until then. Cause to me, right, if I'm not having fun playing Yu-Gi-Oh, there's no point in playing Yu-Gi-Oh. Cause if all I'm doing, right, is I'm gonna go pop off on my combo, and then it's just nothing but it's nothing but a game of goldfish where it's like, oh, a goldfish where it's like, oh, do you have this hand trap? And then if you say yes, we just combo chain hand traps, and it becomes like a one-card combo, like, it becomes like a one-card combo game. It's like, so what am I playing the game for? Because I'm not gonna lie, right? If Karakuri was a 2-card combo, right? I mean, that's fair. That's fair. But I'd say that's like a very difficult thing to set up with friends. Because if we're talking like the social aspect of Yu-Gi-Oh, it's very difficult. It's basically honor rules at that point. Oh, hold on. Are we almost there? Yeah, we're 29 to pity. Whew. Oh, so my throat is a bit dry, so I'll probably take a quick drink after this setup, or after this like set of Chinchampas when we're done with the task, or yeah, when we get the material. The only reason I like Modern Yu-Gi-Oh is finding out combos on my own. Also, I mostly play solo. I mean, that's kind of the part. That's kind of like the old appeal of Modern Yu-Gi-Oh is that you find out combos on your own. But apart from that, right? You don't really get to do any more combos. Like if you're like practicing it with like other people. Like if you're playing solo, right? Like the hard part about playing solo, like let's say you're playing against AI, right? The hard part about playing against AI and playing solo is that Yu-Gi-Oh loses the social aspect of the game, and Yu-Gi-Oh used to be a very social game. But if you're only playing like Yu-Gi-Oh solo, it's basically like playing solitaire in that sense, because you're basically playing against AI and stuff rather than like practicing your skills in like, let's say, like locals and stuff like that. So yeah, like I understand though that I do understand the aspect of playing solo though. Like I do understand that, you know, because Modern Yu-Gi-Oh is a bit difficult because it's become rigid, right? But I also am a person who's like, yeah, we're playing like Yu-Gi-Oh like solo, but like, are we really just gonna play against AI like the entire time? I mean, considering that I mean, I guess the hard part is like the balancing of Yu-Gi-Oh itself, because it has become very combo centric. The appeal of Yu-Gi-Oh is that it can feel like solitaire. Yeah, that's the hard part, is that it can feel like solitaire. That's why I feel like at some point, like Yu-Gi-Oh might need to like make a change, but that could be me thinking like a Westerner. I'm not thinking like an Asian, even though I'm like very, very Asian. Not really very Asian, but considering I'm from the Philippines, I'm the most westernized Asian there is. I'm just old? I mean, that's true. That is true. I am pretty old. I'm like, what, 280 years old? So it's like, you know, my time as a guardian from the World Tree is gonna be pretty fucked. But hey, at least with age comes the need for WD-40. And you know what? WD-40 for my knees and joints. Sometimes it's great, sometimes it's not, you know, depending on the day. Sometimes I need to deoxidize these joints of mine because you can practically hear the rust, like, you know, building up and shit. Wait, I don't need to lay it. Okay. I think you'd have a heart attack to see what my Trap Tricks deck turned into. I'm not gonna lie to you, man. It's very difficult to surprise me with modern Yu-Gi-Oh! Like, unless you can... the only time that you can surprise me and give me a heart attack with modern Yu-Gi-Oh! Is if it feels like I'm back in 2010 Yu-Gi-Oh! Where the meta is like, you know, Apocryphal Towers and like there's actually a chance for you to play the game and stuff, right? But until then, no matter what combo or what like setup of Yu-Gi-Oh! You show me, I will not be surprised. I'm a person who, once I understand how the meta is, it's not gonna surprise me what sort of shit you show me. Oh, my YouTube stream refreshed. 1 second. Hey, there we go. Yes, please. Herbivore? Ah, red chins. It's okay. Red chins are nice. That's more baby Chinchompa pet chances. It's a good thing this game doesn't like give you black chin tasks, because that would be scary as hell. Going to the wilderness? Oh man. But I wish I do have like the strength to like actually risk going to the black chin area in the wilderness and just maxing out my my what's this called, my hunter to 99, because I think that's like pretty fast but also very profitable. Monster Hunter, I mean, Monster Hunter, the only thing that surprises me is like when I die, right? But other than that, like new monsters, yeah, they'll surprise me, and like new animations, because I still do think like a little kid at times whenever I like play videos. I'm like, oh man, I want to see what sort of new shit this game has, and if it's not disappointing, then hey, I would love to participate in said like Monster Hunter or like activity in game. Gogmazios, I mean if they add forgot that monster. If they add Yamasukami, that's when I'll be surprised. Because they really ruined their chances with Rise to add Yamasukami on it. I was so excited to see Yamatsukami, because I was like, oh look, it's the second Monster Hunter game in the modern Monster Hunter scene, and it's showing us like a super big tower and like in the distance, right? Second Monster Hunter game used the big tower last time, and their like final monster was Yamatsukami. So I was like, oh, so I assume what's gonna happen is the Monster Hunter like Rise final monster is Yamatsukami, where you're gonna climb the tower and you're gonna fight the super suck tentacle monster. But apparently not, and I was like, that's disappointing as hell. Why would you show a tower and then not show Yamasukami in a game that uses the tower as a background, right? That's a mountain? Yamatsukami is a mountain? But he has like tentacles and like a mouth that sucks you in, and his tentacles like actually move from his like body. And I know you climb a spiral staircase. I assume that you're like. It looks like a boulder, but Yamasukami is like a squid. Oh, Monster Hunter Yamasukami. Yeah, see, it's an elder dragon with an octopus-like body. It is covered in moss, algae, and other plant life. It is just like a rock that looks like it just looks like a rock with like a bunch of tentacles on it. But I'm pretty sure the rock is like not part of its body, like the rock underside, and its body is just the algae and shit. Bro, ugly as fuck. Yeah, but that's the second ever like final boss monster of the entire series. So you know, I legitimately thought, what monster are we talking about? Yamasukami, basically. I was like talking about how I was disappointed in Monster Hunter Rise because they were like showing that the main stages were like using the tower, and in the background they're like showing a big ass tower, right? And I would assume, oh, the final fight is gonna be climbing a tower. What better way, right, to show that you're going? What better way to hint at Yamatsukami's like return than showing the tower that you could climb, in which in the second game you would fight Yamasukami at the top. That's why I was like, dude, that was such a disappointment that you have a tower arena and you don't, and it would feel like you would fight Yamasukami at the top, but you don't. The final fight is the mole monster, and I'm like, what? That's disappointing. Yes, what is this important thing? Okay. Ah, yes. I mean, I'm not surprised that there's a Yamasukami Gijinka. There's a Gijinka for almost everything, man. Like, have you guys noticed that Regis Altair is basically just like Sonic, is just a Sonic Gijinka? Or Gijinka, I mean? Like, Regis Altair is basically just a Sonic Gijinka, you know? Like how Magni is just a Gijinka for the Master Gundam. Think about it like that. Think about it like that. Oh, hold on. My stream chat died again. Does it give good head? That's up to you, man. Mod view. There we go. I have to like refresh my mod view every single time, bro. Open up the chat. Open up the chat. Open up the chat. Open up the chat. There we go. Questions that truly need answers. That is true. Hold on. Does Monster Hunter, because I'm not updated with like all the monsters, right? But does Monster Hunter have a pufferfish monster yet? Or no? Alright, we're about to open like 10 loot sacks after this. No, I don't think so. Aww. Well, more opportunities for it then. I assume they've already made like a shark monster, right? Yes, Gurkha. Only in the older games? I know. Can we do a tier list? At some point, yeah, I plan on doing a tier list. They had Gobble. Gobble is a shark? Wait, let me check. Monster Hunter Gobble. Isn't Gobble an anglerfish? On how good the monsters can give head? I mean, probably. Wait, but isn't Gobble more of an anglerfish than a shark though? Of an angler and a puffer. Oh, with the spikes and shit. That's fair. It is a mix of an angler and a puffer fish. That's fair. My gem crab like plugin just opened. Gobble is nightmare fuel? It's just, I mean, I guess it's just an anglerfish. You know, true facts about the anglerfish. Here the anglerfish tries to compare its disguising abilities with the flounder, which is holy crap. Did you? What the fuck? Wait, I forgot to pet Reinu. Pet. Good job, my Quetzal. You're doing a good job helping with all of these hunter rumors. Becoming National Geographic? As if anglerfishes are not one of the most terrifying beings in the deep sea. I mean, that is true. That is true. Yes, I would like to take on another rumor. Ooh, Dark Kebbit. Alright, this is a good time to take a quick break. 3 bosses is 6 throws, and for all parts, it's 1 out of 224. Yep. How loot mechanics work in here. 3 bosses is 6 throws, and for all parts is 1 in 224. Yeah, but if you're looking for a specific set part, it's also fine to just do one of the have you seen the goatee anglerfish? Not yet. It's also fine to just do one of the moons. The moons for the set you need. The only downside is the final loot being less profitable. Deposit all red chins. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, okay. Bank all of this. Is this ranarweed? Oh, 8 ranarweed! We are swimming in ranarweed, boys. It's so cool because the angler and the lamp are 2 separate cards. Ah, that's cool. I like that. 1. Oh, Haralander 12th ranarweed. Yes, bro. Wait. How much ranarweed do we have? Hold on. So we have 81 grimy, 97 clean. Wait. Let me open up my Google Drive. OSRS potion decanting calculator. Let's say 81 plus 97. 81 plus 97 is 178. That's 178 3-dose potions. 178 3-dose potions make 133 4-dose and 1 2-dose. Oh shit. That's good. Alright. Hell yeah. That's perfect. hold on. Look how in the second picture, the anglerfish is lurking in the back. Oh, that's sick! And I know Goatee is a synchro deck, so I might want to try Goatee at some point. Now the green log is all I need, but you need to complete the set before you get dupes, if I'm correct. Yep. 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 Each set has its own separate dupe protection. But Fish is just banishing. I mean, considering they're all like ghost-like, I assume they get banished because they're already dead. AKQ Fairy Ring. That is a Razorback Kebbit, right? Oh, it's a Prickly Kebbit. Huh. But yeah, I definitely like the only like decks I really want to try in Yu-Gi-Oh are just synchro decks, but I know I'm just limiting myself because I really like synchro because of the character. Wow, first try. Thank you, game. All right, I should get like my mug filled with water real quick. So before I turn this in, I'm gonna go get my mug with water. Pitchers are out of water. One moment, everyone. Let me just fill my pitchers with water. Oh, and the trash man is like on its way. Hold on. Oh wait, no, it's already done, I think. It's almost 9. Yeah, that's fine. I still have like space for the trash. Alright. Hold on. I think it's more like the banishment. Or just something like space. That's why Goatee and Cosmo is all about banishing. Goatee being this kind of space fish thingy. I mean, that's fair. But, oh, I didn't get count check. Oh, well. But basically, right? What's this called? Like not every space related... Is every space related thing like that? Because do you banish... Yeah, technically. Well, no. Do you banish with Ursartic? Because Ursartic is like space related, right? Because Ursartics are like monster. Because Ursartic, like lore wise, is fighting against the. Damn it! I can't believe I forgot the name of that archetype where it's Meteonis Quadrantids and stuff. Forgot the name of that of that archetype. I have it, like the ritual monster. Yeah, Drytrons, yeah. Like the archetype is like Ursartics versus the Drytrons, basically. I assume the Ursartics are different because of the fact that they like reverse synchro like in the anime. Alright, BJP Fairy Ring? Right, let's try BJP Fairy Ring. Hold on. Oh wait, I just realized. If I did BJP, like I would have to constantly change it to AKQ and between AKQ and BJP. But if I stick with AKQ Fairy Ring, my fairy rings are always one-click teleports to the right place I have to go to. So I guess for efficiency's sake, we go AKQ Fairy Ring instead of BJP. I mean, it's not that far of a run anyway. Ooh. Are these like... Oh, this is where you get nickel rocks? That's sick. And then this is where you get mithril adamantite, mithril runite. Runite? Oh, that's sick. So these are what I assume aquanites maybe. Fish. Hello, Fried Egg. Welcome to the stream. Oh, I forgot to get my box traps. Here we go. Perfect. Oh yeah, once I have what's this called? I should probably start doing Dragon Slayer 2 soon, because once I have like Dragon Slayer 2 set up and I can fight Vorkath, I wanna try something that's probably really bad to do. But for Vorkath, right, like he has like a fireball attack. I wanna practice like Wook's walking his fireball attack and see if I can actually pull it off. What are you even doing right now? I'm doing like hunter tasks so that I can like get a chance for like the pet. Are you planting seeds? No, I'm catching like animals. And the tasks that I have like I'm doing like rumors to like I'm basically doing rumors for hunters so that I have like a chance for the loot sack like these. And these basically give me supplies and stuff. And with expert and master loot sacks, they have a 1 in 1,000 chance to give me the Quetzin pet. But while I'm box trapping Chinchampas like the gray and red ones, there's a 1 in 8,000 chance for a baby Chinchampa pet to spawn every time I catch a Chinchampa. And then when I'm doing the herbivore task, I have a 1 in 6,500 chance to get the Herbie pet instead. So I'm basically doing these like specific tasks because every task except the falconry task, which is the dashing and dark kebits have a chance to give me a pet basically. But with the kebit tasks, the only kebit task that I don't like is basically the only kebit task that I don't like is the dark kebit because it doesn't give me anything. But the dashing kebit tasks are good because it gives me hunter meat that I can use to supply healing food. Whereas all the flashy endgame stuff, oh, I'm not endgame. I'm hard stuck mid game in this game. Like at some point I'm gonna be doing Zora. Also, how far can you like zoom into this game? This far. But I could probably make it even like more if I use the zoom plugin, because you can zoom even further with the zoom plugin. Like a lot more than this basically. And the only like real profitable boss I can do is Zora. So it's not that the Zora is not as flashy, unfortunately. It's mostly just a matter of timing and getting really good at combo eating. Hey, Marie Curie, just dropping by. Welcome, Burns. Or welcome, John Bernard Morales, 8778. Merry Christmas to you as well. Hopefully you have a good Christmas. It's a common thing to play with the camera up, or I can technically also play like Final Fantasy style type of view. Yeah, like you can do this basically if you really wanted to. With the plugins that I have, you can basically use your middle mouse or your WASDs to change your camera direction. But normally it's your arrow keys. But with RuneLite plugins, you can basically change the thing to WASDs. Also, like you see the box, like the weird stuff on the ground, like the yellow boxes that say box basically. That's those are tile markers. Those are normally not there. And the like blue like outlines on these Chinchampas are also usually not there. I am playing a very quote-unquote modded version of like RuneScape by having plugins on RuneLite basically. Also, welcome Arctic to the stream, because Arctic just told me that he has me on the background. Hopefully you have a good time. I am just like farming for the pet. I'm not doing any flashy endgame stuff because I'm hard stuck mid-game. But if I ever like get to endgame with like my void only restriction, that would be great. That would be really great. I would love to take on like endgame, like I would love to take on endgame bosses and like raids with just my shitty gear. Yeah, quality of life overload type of mod. But in my defense, like because like this game is like super old, right? You restricted yourself? Yeah. Like my helmet, my helmet top and bottom and glove gear is restricted to void gear only. Is this the void gear account? Yes, this is the void gear account, and this is my main account. So for combat encounters, I have to do like void gear. The only exception right now is if I have to do Slayer tasks that require like Slayer helmet stuff, like certain monsters that require like a nose peg to like fight, or earmuffs. That's when I use alternate gear. But the alternate gear is either just as good as void or weaker. Have you reached endgame on other accounts? No, this is my one and only account, so I don't have any other alts. My other alts are like free to play, but I don't have like any use for them other than like when I do group Iron Man with Tidy and Jam, basically. Also, I also restricted my gear setup because I know that it's like easier to like play this with regular progression, but I wanna challenge myself and get like better at like PVM by restricting like my gear setups. And I kind of like I definitely like the problem solving aspect of just having like very low defense on gear essentially. So I definitely want to see how far I can take this, because I want to take this all the way to endgame and see if I can actually be viable to it. The only hard part is, of course, a lot of people are gonna be mad at me because I'm playing void gear on like raids and shit. So I definitely will be relying on my clan to like at some point host like raids. I'm willing to stay up like 4 in the morning to do at least like a section of raids. Like I'm willing to like part ways with a few vacation leaves if I can, like if they like give me if they give me 2 weeks heads up, I'll file a vacation leave on the Monday of that day, because usually their Saturday nights are like my Monday mornings. You see, I could get behind this, but I also don't understand why people challenge themselves from the very beginning instead of playing the game the way, the intended way at first. The thing is, like, RuneScape is a very different game, because the best way to describe RuneScape is that there is no best way to play RuneScape, nor is there an intended way of playing RuneScape. Because if we're talking about how RuneScape is, like, developed, right? You don't necessarily play RuneScape to experience you don't, like, the best way to describe it is the same way like Jimmy said it, where when you play RuneScape, you don't play to experience RuneScape. You play RuneScape so that RuneScape experiences you. Because RuneScape is like a very sandboxy MMO. I don't think it's intended to restrict yourself, is it? Yeah, but at the same time, right? But at the same time, it's also intended for you to play however you want, given the tools that the game gives you, basically. And to me, right, I do find it fun to just restrict myself in this game because one, PVM content doesn't change, but the skill expression of having a restriction does. And that's why it's like fun to me. But I do understand why it's difficult to like understand. The thing is, like, with how RuneScape does it, there are people who intentionally do not play combat characters right from the get-go. Like, there are, like, if you look at the skills here, right, there are like, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, there's like 6 combat skills, right? These skills and then the HP, right? So basically these skills, a lot of people don't actually partake in that at some point. Like, there are people who don't partake in skilling from the combat from the get-go because they want to partake in every other skill in the game except for the combat. But there are also other people who are on the opposite side of the spectrum where all they want to do is have a main and like do nothing but PVM and not do any of the skills, right? That's the fun part about RuneScape is that there's not necessarily any intended way to play because the game is such a huge sandbox that the game basically tells you you're an adventurer, go and have an adventure. Play however you want, whether it's like restricting yourself or not and stuff like that, right? The thing is, right, with all the options you have at your hands, with the horizontal progression that you have, you eventually realize to yourself that RuneScape is a game of so much like options that restricting yourself is actually very helpful if you have way too much options or you have choice paralysis at your hands. Because it's kind of like Warframe, where the game basically says, here's how you play a majority of the game. They drop you in Lumbridge and then they go, have fun. It's basically up to you how you find your own fun in RuneScape, essentially. Okay, then it's just my mindset trying to progress the fastest way the game allows me to. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that because there's also a lot of people that do that. Like there are a lot of people that like try to progress their characters as fast as possible in this game to like 99 like all of their combat skills to like partake in endgame PVM content. There's nothing wrong with that as well. Like, that mindset is not really invalid in the game. The only time your mindset is invalid is if you're like imparting that on other people when they clearly want to play a different way. But I know that you're not that kind of person, so you know, I know that your mindset is just pretty fine at the end of the day. Ooh, back to great chins. Hell yeah. But yeah, there's nothing wrong with that, because if you're talking like, oh, fastest way the game allows you to, right? There's also like people who play PvP in this game, and what they want you to do, right? And what they want to do, right, is continue every second. Wow. I mean, if you're that type of person, then you know, we are already immediately enemies. But like in RuneScape, there's like a lot of stuff in this game, like with the amount of like freedom that you have in the game, like a lot. I understand why there's people who restrict themselves, like making pures, like making PvP pures, combat pures, like skilling pures and stuff like that, just to make the game like a little bit more comprehensive for themselves. You're not using Fatalis gear? No wonder you card so much? Wow. I mean, I have a counter argument, but you're not gonna like my counter argument. Go ahead, mention that one time I carted the 3 times. No, no. That's way different. I wouldn't attack like the amount of times you carted. my trash talk is the same level as like the person's trash talk. So if someone trash talks me to be like, oh, you're not using Fatalis gear, I'd be like, oh, I'm gonna trash talk their gear basically. Oh wait, then what else were you were talking about? Like if someone like if someone tells me that, oh, like if someone tells me the same thing that you said, like, oh, you're not using Fatalis gear, no wonder you card so much. My counter argument is, oh, you're using Fatalis gear? Are you that bad at the game that you need that much of a crutch? That would be that would be my counter. Hey, there we go. Woo. All right. That would be like my counter trash talk. But I normally don't talk shit unless other people like talk shit on me. I am a min maxer. Min maxing. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that, but someone talks shit on me because I'm not min maxing. I'd be like, well, unlike you, I actually have fun. Oh my god, that would be so bad. But no, I wouldn't talk shit unless someone talks shit on me. I am a person who's like, hey man, right? Like if you're gonna dish it out, you better be ready to take it, basically. Right. Okay, we're gonna do 10 more and then I'll probably do like my Slayer task maybe. Oh wait, let me check my task though. Oh god. I forgot that it's still Metal Dragons. Oh wow, back 3 great chins. That's pretty good. Back 3 great chins, and then before I claim this one, I get like the baby chin pet. Jagex, please. Asks the guy who's like going against 1 in 80,000. I swear to God. Also, I should reply in chat as well. Here we go. Took me 30 minutes to respond, but hey, at least I didn't leave him hanging. Oh yeah, Arctic, if you're still on stream, I discovered like a few days ago, Horn of Plenty works on Herbivore. So if you have magic cicators with Horn of Plenty, you get like curbs like no tomorrow, man. Oh, my Twitch chat died once more. Sorry about that. Dailies in Mental Gen. Oh. I'm still here? Awesome. Also, would you say if you didn't restrict yourself with Void Gear, would you have progressed faster by now? Honestly, definitely, right? Because the thing with the progression is that the only reason why I'm having a hard time progressing is it's all mental. like I know to myself that I can beat some of these bosses if I really tried, like if I really put my mind to it. but it's definitely the mental, like, it's definitely like the mental holding me back, where it's like, oh, I can do fire, like, if I can probably do fire caves, I can do like the fight caves and like defeat Jad and get my fire cape like very easily with like black d'hide and like with full black d'hide and like rune crossbow with maybe ruby diamond bolts, right? With antler guard. But the hard part is like definitely that my mental is like very forced back, because I'm like thinking, oh, my defenses are like omega low, and I'm like, and I don't want to waste like a bunch of my like resources on dying a lot of times. But I know to myself that I can do it. Same. I think I got the levels for the fire cape, but my nerves holding me back on that one. It's definitely a nerves thing, Arctic. Like, it's very much a nerves thing, because like your stats are significantly better than mine, because I only have like base 80 defense, 81 strength, 91 attack, right? Yeah, well, 91 attack, and then 83 range, 83 mage. I think 80 ranged is perfect already for like fire caves, but I'm still like, but I know that my nerves are like holding me back, because the hard part is, right, with my current setup, like, I think I'm scared because of my 200 ping holding me back against Jad. Can you also beat bosses with no gear? Some people have done that. I know that someone did fight caves at level. I know they didn't have protection prayers. Like, they didn't have like the protect from melee, protect from range, or protect from mage versus Jad. But I don't know what level it was. I think the lowest level on RuneScape, or old school RuneScape, is level 43 or 41, because I know in regular RuneScape, like in RuneScape 3, they did a level 3 fire cape by using tick eating. I think the current record for the lowest fire cape is also using tick manipulation to like tick eat the damage. That's why they only had like 31 prayer. Because I think they did like, I know they did like lizard kickers, that the beer item, to like boost their range to like deal enough damage. But I know their healing was like I remember their healing was like something else. I know their healing was like tick eating something, but I don't know what food they used to tick eat basically. How much would it take me to catch up to you? 8 years? Not really. Like, to catch up to my level, if you really sweat it out and like try hard, you should be able to catch up to me within less than a year, maybe. If you're like doing nothing but combat tasks. Like, if you're gonna do the recommended like progression system for combat, like if I do like the progression for regular combat, like you should be able to catch up to me within less than a year, or just about a year exactly. Because my stats are not that impressive. Like, base 80s is like very easy to do with like the set of quests that you can do, and like the amount of like XP stuff basically. Also, who is Mr. Gun Guy? I wonder who that is in chat. Also, my Twitch chat is not working properly on my second screen, and I have no idea why. Let's see here. Open up Twitch chat. Right, open up like Anna's stream. Mute my stream here. Right, I mean my YouTube second screen is like max like stuff already. So what if we did that? Right, and then close this, open this up, go to stream manager, right? Why does it keep connecting to chat for some reason? I hate it. I hate it a lot. How long does it take to get into endgame? I mean, if you're making a main and not an Iron Man, it shouldn't take too long. It should take like about, like, if you're really doing like all of it. Let's check. Oh, sorry. How long does it take to get endgame? Yeah, it takes about like a year max to like get into endgame in RuneScape. Like if you're really like min-maxing everything, like just getting the needed like levels, and the only time you stop like leveling is to just make money from the bosses, right? Then yeah, like you would do that. But apart from that, like let's say you're a bond baby, right? And you like buy bonds to make money. Like you buy RuneScape bonds and then turn them into GP along with your membership just to get your gear so that you can train, so that you can do nothing but train your stats. Then yeah, it would take like just about a year or maybe even less if you're using bonds to like supply yourself with gear. Also, I don't know who this gun guy is. I wonder who this guy is. I wanna hold on. My stream window is gonna go like blank as I do this, but let me look this guy up real quick. No, I said look up. I don't want to report him yet. Dude, he's maxed! He's got like level 50 sailing! What the fuck? This guy, he's like 79 runecraft! What the shit? Hold on. Let me reset my gameplay window. Hold on. What the hell? He's like a max account. Who the heck is this guy? I'm checking my Discord. Dude's got a max account. Eclipse, is this you? I don't think so. I wouldn't think Eclipse would do such a thing. Hello, Arctic. Hello, Arctic. Oh, you got 99 attack. Let's go. Man, I love seeing 99 attack. Hell yeah. I'll give you 1 mil for feet. Who is this guy? Is this... There's no way this is you, right? No way. Oh my gosh, I wanna see who this guy is, bro. Is there a way to check, like, who this previous guy's? Hold on, let me add him and let me see if he has like a previous name. He doesn't have a previous name. That's his name for quite some time. Oh my god. Ah, that's funny. That's funny. I don't know who this guy is. I wonder who this guy is in like the Discord or something. If they are on my Discord, that is. I'm like thinking who this could be, but like I'm fairly certain like they just found my stream, right? And they see that my private is on, basically. Alright, we're almost at pity because we're at like 21, like we have 21 chins left here. Or 20 chins, but yeah. Oh wait! I would be surprised if this is who this is. But is this Sparrow? No way, this is Sparrow, right? Who else could this be? Because this could be just some random guy. I mean, I am not ignoring you, but... Alright, time to claim the Chinchampa stuff. I'll tell you, it's not me. Alright, I mean, yeah, I would assume so, because I'm like, there's no way, like... there's no way Arctic is like, what's this called? Like, there's no way Arctic is like, what's this called? Like, alking and like typing to me. Alright, let's claim it. What do we get? Ooh, dark habits. Alright. I know, exactly. I know, Arctic, exactly. Bully me for my low stats and all I wanted was your piggies, but I said you were maxed. Let me see. Let's get... Oh wait, I'm catching... Cabbits, okay. So we go AKQ Fairy Ring. That's racist? Damn, bro. I mean, if stats are racist, then I guess I am, man. Fumos? What are those? Right. To the falconry area. Fumo? I don't know what that is, bro. Hello, Arctic. Oh, I set my clanmates, I set my clanmates like, what's this called? I set my clanmates like, mini-map like, pings, or mini-map like dots as orange. Okay, that's sick. If I Google Fumo translation and if it's toes, then I immediately know who Mr. Gun Guy is, right? Oh, I see. Okay, never mind. Equivalent to eternal happiness? Oh, that's cute. I like that. Whew, okay, there we go. I'm too lazy to keep doing moons, so I'll just alk and chill. Hell yeah. Oh, nice, we got lucky. If you see the Flandre Fumo, your eyes will be blessed. I saw the plushies. They look really nice. Empty the large fur pouch. Perfect. Alright. Though I do understand Moon's content is like very tiring. That's why I only do like 10 runs whenever I could. But back then when I had like work and I was like addicted to Moons, what I did was I would like do Moons for like 30 minutes at work and then eat my lunch, and then until my alarm goes off, I was doing Moons of Peril. I was that addicted to Moons content back then. I was like, man, I'm gonna keep doing Moons. I think, let me check my Moons, Casey. Yeah, I did like 161 lunar chests and shit. It was like super fun. Yes, I would like another rumor. Ooh, we're back to Great Chins. Wow, we're getting like AKQ, we're getting like back-to-back AKQ areas. Let's see, Boxtrap, thank you. Wait, why did I go to Talteclan? I was supposed to go AKQ Fairy Ring. What am I doing? I autopiloted thinking red chins, and I was saying earlier gray chins. What am I doing? Right, hold on here. Alright, there we go. Oh, there we go. Oh, hello, Arctic. Also, I do have my transmog plugin on, so that's why I have like a Santa hat on stream. That's actually my Guild Hunter headgear. I wish I'd be able to be very good in a game. Are you not good at Monster Hunter? I mean, you basically said that you're like min-maxing in Monster Hunter. Most min-maxers are usually really good at the game. At least for Monster Hunter, they like take into account a lot of min-maxing, so, you know. Okay. You see, I can say that I'm a bit above average in most games, but no game where I can keep up with world record times or something. I mean, it depends on how you define good. Because if you're talking like world record times, like speedrunning times, then then technically your view of speedrunning or your view of good at video games, at least like let's say for Monster Hunter. Like for Monster Hunter, being good at Monster Hunter doesn't like really show like in the time it takes to kill. It's mostly a because for like speedrunning in Monster Hunter, that's a different category in and of itself. Being good at Monster Hunter doesn't mean that you have like the ability to speedrun video, like the ability to have like world record times. Also, hello Mr. Gun Guy. I still don't know who you are. But yeah, I still like for when it comes to like getting good at Monster Hunter, like just the general skills of being able to dodge, being able to block at the right time. So yeah, it's it's very difficult. Also, if you're talking about like toes, I mean, I'm wearing what's this called? I'm wearing like Varlamore graceful boots, so you can technically see the toes on my character if you think about it. That's what I mean by above average. I mean, that's not really above average, right? Like, that's way more than above average. Because if you're good at dodging, if you're good at blocking, right? The hard part about it is that, if you're going, like, if you're, like, really good at dodging and, like, blocking, you're not above average. You're, like, at least one of the... You're like at least more than a top player, basically. Oh damn, he just fuck that Choppa up, bro. Oh, there we go. Damn, he's doing what he can. He's doing his best to like grief me too. But yeah, like it depends on what you mean by above average, right? Like it's very, I don't know, it's very difficult to like say that you're above average when like some skills are like more than above average from the like when you see it from the average player. Because if you're looking at like Team Darkside, right? Team Darkside are like really good players because like you can see them doing like more than just speed record times, but you can see their coordination, their like general skills in the game and all that. So yeah. It's very, you know, it's always like it's not that like difficult, or it's not like that easy to say that you're above average, because it's not always like it's not always how do you say it, like it's not easy to determine what is good, because we get to define what is good in like, or it's, how do I describe it? It's very difficult to describe it, but yeah, it's like something of that sort, basically, where your above average skill might be more than just above average to the regular casual, basically, right? So yeah, you could be already pretty good, like, right? Because if you're saying that world record times is your standard, then world record times require a different sort of setup, because world record times require you to optimize your ability to like maximize your opportunities to attack the enemy. But technically, monster hunting is more than just speedruns. If you're really good at the game, right, then it's more of you making the most out of the enemy's mistakes, being able to read the monster with what animations they do, stuff like that is like what's good. Like being able to defeat Fatalis solo because you can already read his abilities. Now that is a really good player, because not everyone can defeat Fatalis solo, right? So yeah. Yes, I would like to take on another rumor. Ooh, a dark Kevin. Alright. Hello, Arctic. Oh, you got the full Guild Hunter setup? Oh, that's sick. Hell yeah. Deposit the chins. We're going Kebit, so we're gonna fill the Huntsman kit, and then we're gonna... It has 4 parts? I know it has like... I know it only has 3 parts. Guild Hunter outfit. Let me check. Yeah, it only has 3 parts. The... Oh wait, it has boots. Okay, so it's headwear, top, legs, and boots. Yeah. It's hard to say what counts as a good player, but it should be easy to say what's one of the best player. And there's not a game that I would fit into that category, simply because I don't dedicate a lot of time in any game. Oh, you're missing boots parts. Okay, that's fair. I would say that's pretty fair. I think the hard part of like determining if you're good or not is like, at least for Monster Hunter, right, is there's not really any specific like parts of it. Like there's not really any definition for it, right? But But to be above average, like, um, but to be like, let's say, like, have a game where you dedicate your time to, then yeah, like, it's all up to like which game you really enjoy. But to me, right, I know that when it comes to like being good at games, I think it's like Borderlands for me. But but if you're dedicating your time to like several different games, right, there's nothing wrong with that either, because that basically means your general skills and like repertoire of like game sense basically gives you a lot of instinct with other games, because even though not every single piece of your, like, not every skill that you have for that specific game will like translate to all of the other games, some parts of it will, right? Like your developed reaction time makes you um personally, I think it's way better trait to be above average in lots of games than be one in a single game. I mean, that is true. Like being better at a general like range of games definitely is better than being good in one singular game, right? Like being the best at one singular game, because the mixed amount of skills that you garner from those different games, right? When you have to lock in, all of your other knowledge from the other games basically make you like pretty good, right? And it's something that I know, it's something that's very easily, what's this called? Not really very easily proven, but like it's a nice trait to have, because like you are basically, even though you're like above average, right? You are also that one guy that people are like, oh, like you're really good at video games because you're like a good at a range of games, and people like will see you as the person that can carry them basically in those games. And there's nothing wrong with that, like in my head, right? But having that like innate ability to just be good at other games is like something nice, because that basically means you're not losing out on any options in the games that you play, right? Basically means that when other people like see you play video games, it's more impressive, like as you like play different games and stuff, which is something that I really like, because like I know this is like very vain of me to say, I'm willing to admit that this is vain of me to say, but man, like if I ever got good at like an average like amount of games in like arcades, I would be playing publicly a lot more. But because I'm not that good at video games, I only really just play to have fun at this point. And it is unfortunate, but it is like the reality of it all. Like I no longer want to invest too much time in one singular game these days. So I just like play a bunch of games that I like for like long periods, and then if I start to burn out on them, I just switch games and have fun with that game instead for like a long time, and then go back to like several games and stuff. That's why like I have like Roblox and stuff, or like Borderlands. It's been like a pretty fun time myself. So yeah. Yes, I would like another rumor. Hey, we're back to Great Chins. Alright. Let's grab the box traps and then get the lunar staff. There we go. I also like how that guy was like trying to grief me. He was like wasting his like Void Waker spec on the Great Chins, hoping that it would like reset his attack timer like it's League of Legends. I'm happy to say that my gaming skill range is to literally every corner of game genres, being above average in most of them. Yeah, and technically it really reflects on your game, like on your gameplay when you're playing with other people. Like you'll see that it definitely reflects, because you will definitely see how different it'll be. Like you'll definitely see like some of your knowledge from other games, even though you don't feel it now, right? At some point you'll eventually notice it, where when you're playing with other friends that your skills for other games will translate into the other games that you play, even though not entirely, but some aspects of it like boost some of your current skills in that game, basically. Yeah, rhythm games, FPS, platformer. It basically like gives you all the it basically helps you with like prediction timers and stuff, or like the skill to like predict and like time proper stuff. Like especially with rhythm games and FPS or rhythm games and platformers, that's all about like timing and prediction. While FPS is like prediction, and I would say if you're playing like FPS in a sense that like if we're talking like FPS like competitive FPS, then it also like increases your game IQ and how to read other people. That's what happened with Hollow Knight. Yeah, Hollow Knight is good because like Hollow Knight is more of a Metroidvania platformer, so it like gives you that like it gives you like a lot of game sense to like dodge and be more mobile and essentially promote like curiosity and exploration essentially. And yeah, but yeah, that's what I like about like the different level systems, or at least the different like game genres, because it develops a different like part of your skill set, but you're not losing out on the other like unlike your other skill set from other games basically, because it basically just adds to your current skill set. It's pretty nice. Alright, there we go. Perfect. Shooters, I'm average. I mean, shooters are like a hit or miss depending on what shooter you like. Because to me, if it's a looter shooter, I don't really need to land headshots in Borderlands because I play flak. I just do Megavore and like crit at a 30% chance on the body. Not really good. I mean, it depends, right? Some shooters shooters are like, because of the different like perspective, it might be more difficult to adapt to it. Because to me, I've adapted to like the MMO, like I can adapt to FPS FPS TPS and like top down like this sort of deal, because I've like played several video games already that like made me hone those specific skills. But of course, I know that I definitely prefer this sort of like setup, like top-down isometric, because I like looking at like everything around me. Basically, I like enjoying the view and all that. Oh, hold on. I'm the exact opposite? In what sense? I wanna enjoy the view, but can't when top up. I mean, that's true. Like this sort of setup is very difficult to have, especially that render distance in this game is not that high. Like my plugin allows me to do like custom render distance. Normally you don't have this much render distance in RuneScape. But yeah, I do get where you're coming from. Like, what's this called? Like, different perspectives basically give you, or Jesus, like, basically give you more, like, views. Because I think it's more cinematic if you have, like, Monster Hunter sort of, Monster Hunter sort of perspective, or an FPS perspective, right? This, like, perspective that I do is very limited, that's for sure. Like top-down isometric is very limited in view, and you would have to do... You basically would have to, like, go for broke, quote-unquote. Sorry, I probably used that phrase wrong, but you basically would have to do something else, right? Or you basically have to go to, there we go, cinematic mode to get the best out of the views. Like, if we're thinking like what, Diablo and stuff, right? It relies on a lot of cinematics, but if we're talking FPS, it doesn't necessarily need to rely on FPS or in cinematics, because they can just design the map so that when you go to a certain area, you come out of it with a great view, right? And it becomes like a tiny little master stroke, basically. It's really nice. It's probably something that I definitely want to see one day in, like, the games that I play, but I know that the master stroke that I've reached is like from Warframe. Warframe has such a nice cinematic setup though. So yeah. Also, hold on. I am taking off my sweater because the nighttime has gotten heated up, and the laughter that I just had a few minutes ago was really fun. Alright, there we go. Oh, sorry about that. I was like alt-tabbing. Alright. We'll do this like last 3 tasks, yeah, until we get like 10 loot sacks, and then we'll definitely end stream there. I'll just do some off-stream stuff. I'll probably do a little bit more Hunter in off-stream, but we'll see. Because I might take a quick break and like probably see if I could like do something. Let me see if I can... Actually, I'll probably use the... Like, after the 10 loot sacks, I'll probably use the break real quick to, like, modify my generic text stuff. Okay, there we go. Whew. 39 to go, question mark. Yes. Let's see here. Oh, we're good. Also, I'm surprised that I can still fail Great Shins at level 93 Hunter. Like earlier when Gun Guy was like griefing me, I saw this one went red and I was like, wow, I can still fail Great Shins at this part of the game. I can't believe it, dude. Oh, nice. Whew. Man, I am unlucky with like Chinchampa tasks today, huh? Oh wait, no. I had like one lucky Chinchampa task where it didn't take too much like I didn't reach pity, but I think so far most of my Chinchampa tasks are like are like the bottom half of pity levels and right now. So yeah, but at least right, because I'm at the bottom half of pity levels, at least like that's higher chances of getting the baby chin, like the baby Chinchampa pet at the very least. So not much that I could complain about. Just that the Quetzin pouches are like, or the loot sacks are like slower because of it, but no problem. At least at least I enjoy the like the hunt basically, because I just want to get another pet apart from the thieving pet. I would like a herbivore, like a herbivore task though, because herbivore is just a fun task overall. I just like the loop of just like finding herbivore like in Fossil Island constantly. It's so good. Hey! It's a lore item! The Broken Sextant! Hell yeah! Oh shit, I forgot. I wasn't at the thing. Oh well. I wouldn't know what to do with my 10k XP. I should probably, yeah, put it on RuneCraft, but I kind of want to do Guardians of the Rift for RuneCraft, so I'll probably keep that in mind. Because I kind of want to do Guardians of the Rift to like, what's this called? I definitely want to do Guardians of the Rift so that I could do... I forgot what it's called. So I could get like the Remnants of the Eye parts too. So yeah, I still have that to work on. I don't know if I wanna like get a Remnants of the Eye recolor to blue just so they look like mage gear. But I feel like base Remnants of the Eye is like super cool already because it's like gray and orange, and honestly like I usually combine orange with brighter or dark, like with brighter like shades of bright shades of yellow or dark shades of red, and seeing that it goes good with gray is like actually pretty nice to see. Or of course like because it's the same like spectrum of color, I also combine it with brown, which is pretty nice. So I definitely want to get like Remnants of the Eye like set too. So yeah, more skilling sets and less like less PVM stuff. Hey, there we go. Stop it. Okay, there we go. Yo, do you play CS? Fancy going for some games? Unfortunately, no. I don't play like competitive FPS. I don't play any like FPS games anymore other than looter shooters. But yeah, I don't play any CS. I don't have any like... I used to have like Source installed, but I uninstalled it to like make space for other games, unfortunately. Thank you for the offer though. And also, welcome to the stream. Hope you have a good time. I was in the old clan before it all went to shit. That's where I know you from. Oh. Well, Well, considering your oh great chins again. Considering the weirdness of it all. Let me see if I can recognize you. No, nothing pops to mind, but I still don't. I still can't lay a finger on who you could be, because if you're from the old clan, right? Oh. Oh. Well, I at least know who you are now. Yeah, the high level one. Alright, that's fair. Hold on. Let's go monastery teleport. I mean, I'm technically in another clan now, but we try to stay very private, I think. So yeah. I'm not sure, but yeah. Either way, like I do remember you. The question is, no, I'll ask that privately. I'll ask that privately from the clannies before I say anything. I will ask the clanmates. I will ask the clanmates about you, because I know exactly who you are now. I'm gonna ask the clanmates about you, and then and then I will act accordingly as I get information. That's as much as I'll say. I'll ask the clannies about you, right? And then I'll like say, I'll make the action as I see fit. All right, I'll send you a DM, or I'll send it through the I don't want to flood the wise old boys chat. Where do I know, I just asked if you want to play CS, but I assume you were also Mr. Gun Guy. Unless you're not. If you're not Mr. Gun Guy, then then I won't act accordingly. No, you weren't Mr. Gun Guy? Alright. Oh, you're Fly Dan Move. Alright. I thought you were Mr. Gun. I thought you were Mr. Gun Guy. Never mind. If you're Fly Dan Move, then yeah, hell yeah. Welcome to the stream. Man, I know I was I the one who like I know I was the one who like invited you to the original clan, right? Like, cause I was the one who was like where I was like putting a Wild Old Man chat. No, it's fine, Arctic. I think it's fine now. This is the coolest HC I am. I mean, you were, or you still are, I would say, right? If you still have hardcore status, then hell yeah, right? Because I know I cannot do Iron Man. I'm unfortunately like way too busy in life to like do Iron Man stuff. Like, I play like an Iron Man, but when I come to the realization, it's like, okay, I need to buy my supplies out, because I can't like make my supplies. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna spend like 3 hours doing Zora. I'm gonna do like 1 to 2 hours doing Zora, and whatever profits I make off of Zora, I'll buy supplies off of them, basically. Alright. I'll probably ask in the Wise Old Boys, but I assume that Arctic, you also don't know who Mr. Gun Guy is, yeah? It really was just a random guy, like, griefing me because I wouldn't show him my feet pics or some shit. It was so funny too. He tried to like grief me on chins. He tried to grief me on chins using his like Void Weaker spec, thinking it would like reset his attack timer like it was League, dude. Just Dre OSRS. Hello, Just Dre OSRS. Yes, I am Filipino. Is it obvious because of my 200 ping on Australia servers? Also, hello Alex. Welcome to the Twitch stream. Hope you enjoy. Save 200 ping. Yeah, dude. I have like 195 ping minimum on Australian worlds, bro. That's another thing where I'm so scared to do Jad. Like, why I'm scared to do like fight caves, bro. Because it's like, okay, I see Jad do the animation, right? Is my ping like low enough, right, that I could react in time? It's so like scared. I'm like so scared at that. There's no difference between normal to like 130 ping. Really? I mean, I would love to have Asian servers, bro. Like 65. Imagine 65 ping on RuneScape. Imagine how godly you would like. Imagine how godly it would be, right? If you had like 65 ping, that would be freaking beautiful. Because when I play League, I get like what, 60 ping? Like 60 ping is enough for me, bro. Enjoying Orange Stream? Hell yeah. Asian servers 2035. Dude, we are a rare OSRS breed, man. Asians in OSRS is like a rare breed. I wouldn't be surprised if there would be no Asian servers, or even if they implemented Asian servers, you'd only see like less than 100 people in it. I wouldn't be surprised at all. I'm streaming RuneScape. I'm trying to get pets while leveling to 99. Oh man, am I gonna reach pity again? On chin tasks? Oh man. There will be many Asian players playing on the servers. There's like Singaporean, Korean, and Thai friends that play. I mean, honestly, I haven't seen any other Asian like players play, but that's probably because like I'm more in the like if I'm looking at like the more famous Twitch streamers, I haven't really seen any like Eastern like RuneScape streamers. A lot of the RuneScape streamers that play like play that play like RuneScape are very like few and far between, right? Hey, we didn't reach pity. We're good. But yeah, like I would love to see like more Asian like streamers. That's for sure. Because we're high pings even in Aussie servers. I mean, yeah, the thing is like I kind of understand that like we're like there are like a bunch of Asian people playing RuneScape, but I do understand that again, like most servers for RuneScape are like for Westerners rather than like Easterners like us, because it's not easy to like I don't think it's not easy, but I'm pretty sure they have like the audience data, right? So I would assume like with their audience data, I don't think there's enough like Asian players to justify having Asian servers. I mean, I would be glad if like let's say 300 minimum, like let's say 300 minimum Asian players, right? Like compared to like all the Eastern players, right? like there's like a shit ton of like Eastern players for like America, EU West and stuff, right? The only like Eastern players that are in the East, right, are um basically like Australians, yeah. Because they're all like in VPNs on Asia to play low ping. I mean, yeah, that's fair, but like if we're talking about that, like because we are playing like because majority of Asians are playing on VPNs to just get low ping, right? Then that also means that, right, that if we're willing to do a workaround to like have a VPN to just have low ping, then then getting better servers is like very low on the priority list. Because the only reason, right, why like Jagex like brought up more servers at some point was because of the WoW migration. And from the WoW migration, not a lot of Asians play WoW. I would say arguably there's like a bit, but considering the WoW OSRS ratio, I would say it's very difficult, right? Because as Asians, like, yeah, we play like a lot of MMORPGs, but the hard part about like Asians that play MMORPGs is that our MMORPG standards, I'm talking out of my ass here as I say this because I'm willing to be wrong. I am saying this out of observation and not like factual, right? So do take what I'm about to say with like huge amounts of grains of salt, right? But like from how I see it as an Asian, I've played like a lot of VPNs. Jesus, I played like a lot of MMORPGs, but there's not really any MMORPGs that was like in a sense of like it was like Ran Online, it was like Ragnarok Online, it was like this, it was like that, right? Like Eastern RPGs are just like, at least how I see it, culturally different than Western RPGs. So I wouldn't be too surprised if there's a lot of Asians playing Western RPGs and there are more Asians playing Eastern RPGs like Granado Espada, Ragnarok Online, probably Ran Online private servers, right? Because RuneScape and WoW is not necessarily something that that Asians normally play, because it's a very different culture of MMORPG, essentially. Which is something that I'm not really like, which is something that I really have a problem about. It's definitely just an observation that I have seen, when it comes to like MMORPGs, basically. Yes, I would like another rumor. Herbivore. Oh, I mean Dark Kebbit is fine. Dark Kebbit is like very fast to get. Alright. I forgot that I was opening up my bank because I was gonna get Hunter Meat to like refill my perfected Quetzal Whistle. Do you know MLBB? Yeah, Mobile Legends Bang Bang. I never got to play Mobile Legends because I'm a really bad mobile gamer. Asian players like playing MMORPGs that earns and opens for real money trading. I mean, yeah, that's the thing, is that like a lot of Asian culture is like, if I can make money out of this, right, I'll play it. Like I remember, like there used to be, right, a private server, I forgot what game, but it basically became a gambling rig where you can put in real money that turn into like in-game gold that you gamble that turn into real life money that you can get from a private bank account. It's like, it's basically like a gambling fair, right? So I would say that's also another difference, right? Is that I play a shitload. It's been like the highest rank for ages, but it's not that popular over here. I understand, like Mobile Legends is like a more Asian game as well, right? So yeah, that's definitely something that I've come to like realize as well. That like, yeah, some Asian games are like really fun to Westerners, and there are some like Western games that are fun to Easterners, but there's not a lot of overlap, honestly. I mean, I would say the overlap comes in gacha games and MMORPGs, sort of, but mostly gacha games. But again, like, it's a culture thing. I don't really have a lot to say about it because unfortunately, The only real gacha game I ever played was Epic 7, and I got burnt out because I realized that Epic 7 was like a PvP based game, or the end game of the end game of Epic 7 was like PvP, and I did not like that. But I do understand like Mobile Legends was like a fun game. I never got like the hype for it. Not got as in like understand, but like I never became part of the hype because I never got to play it a lot. But I do understand where you're coming from, because like my brother played Mobile Legends, and it was fun to watch. Like it was a fun game to watch, definitely. And I like a nice spectator game, that's for sure. And yeah, I think that's the one thing that makes me curious, right? Sorry, I had to take a sip of water there because my throat was getting dry. I'm about to reference Trash Taste, but I want to see the effects of cultural cross-pollination with like with like MMORPGs, because I definitely want to see if it's possible for for like a combination of like Eastern and Western culture in an MMORPG. But the hard part is like in my head, how do you combine the best parts of both like MMORPG cultures, right? Because maybe it's just me not seeing it immediately, but I want to see definitely how that would work. It's maybe because I played League of Legends when I was young. The fan base was far too salty, though. No, I get you. Like, I played a lot of League of Legends like back when I was in college too, and man, I'm not necessarily reformed, but I am basically an ex-toxic gamer. There we go. I'm basically an ex-toxic gamer. I was a person who would like. I'm a person who's like really heavy on the trash talking before, and it was definitely like, you know, it was definitely like a big divide basically. But now that I've become less toxic, I only trash talk when when I have to, basically. But I do get where you're coming from, because Mobile Legends, like, as you like get into it, definitely brings you to those days, or definitely brings you back to those days. Try trash talking, you know, SRS. I mean, if I was in the PvP scene and like someone's like talking shit on me, and like, I don't know, like in Bounty Hunter, if I got really good at PKing, maybe I would talk shit. But man, I'm not gonna talk shit in a PVM game. I mean, yeah. If I like someone talks shit on me for like that shit, yeah, I'd be like, sit, nerd. All right, let's open up our 10 loot sacks, and then we'll see. Orange trash talk, and nah, he's too much Mr. Nice Guy. I mean, I try to be as nice as possible, but I know that the inner toxic gamer in me comes out when I play like League, even as casually as possible. But I try to be as nice as I can be, because I like teamwork, and I like being nice. All right, let's see here. Harolander, Lantadime. Wait. Ranar? Yeah, okay. Irit, Avanto. Ranar? Quarm, okay. Okay, Mahogany Logs. That's good. Okay, Raw Sunlight Antelope. Alright, we could probably cook those. Hey, Maple Logs. Okay. Mr. Gun Guy is back. I might have to block this guy. I might go put this guy in my ignore list. I'm hopping all over the place. Oh no! This guy is like back. I assume he's gonna go back to griefing me at Great Chins because I got like a Great Chin task. Stack up 100 sacks. It's more satisfying. I mean, that's true. Alright. I mean, I could probably try, but I only like I get like stacks 10 at I like open up 10 sacks at a time because I still wanna get like hunter like gear. So yeah. Mr. Grief is back. I know. I might block him if he like sends me one more message or like starts to grief me again. Let's see. Box traps. I have 12 stacks for my Quetzal Whistle. 12, 38. 38 divided by 3. Is that divisible by 3? 38 divided by 3. 12. So 12. Who's that guy? I wouldn't know, man. Let's see. Hold on. Let me just check OSRS. Quetzal Whistle. Alright, let's see. Charging. There we go. Oh, I can use Quetzal feed? Oh! Oh! Okay, 38. That's perfect. Right. This guy. Alright. Well, I did say if he sent me one more message, I was gonna block him. Let me just add ignore. There we go. Hold on. Ah, that's fair. Okay. Sorry, I just googled something real quick. Ooh, okay, there we go. Perfect. Small task of Slayer. Yeah, I know. Like, I also can like what's this called? I also can only handle like small tasks of like small amounts of Slayer tasks a day. Like right now I have like a Metal Dragons task, and I keep forgetting that you can store tasks, but I don't know how much it I don't know how much it costs to like store a task. But I'm definitely like gonna remove my Dagonoth task block because Dagonoths are what's this called? Because I didn't know Dagonoths are in the current underground, and they're all only melees. I was like, oh shit! When Arctic told me that there are current underground Dagonoths that are what's this called? That are only melee, I was like, oh man, I could probably do Elite Void Prayer there. Once you have the unlock for storage, the actual storing is free. Oh! How much is the storage then? Like, how much is the storage unlock? Actually, let me check on Google. OSRS. How much to unlock Slayers? Storage is 500 according to Wiki. Oh, okay. I do have something to look forward to then. Cause the last 500 pointer that I did was like the Slayer helm, just so I can use it for like specific Slayer tasks, like when I need a nose peg, earmuffs, and stuff. And so far, I mostly just do tasks for mid-game setups. I know that I think once I get, what, 75? No, 85 Slayer, right? For Abyssal Demons, and forgot what quest it is. Because I need to unlock the Abyss as well. I'll definitely have to do that too. Because I do want to get like the Abyssal, or I want to try and get the Abyssal Bludgeon from the boss. I don't know what Abyssal Sire drops are apart from the like Abyssal Bludgeon parts, but I assume like he drops some like profitable stuff while I'm doing that task, right? Oh, I accidentally caught the ruby harvest. I'm thinking about unlocking boss tasks. I mean, that's fair. I know that unlocking, I don't know if it's like an innate mechanic, but unlocking boss tasks like basically give you the ability to choose how many how many times you want to repeat that boss, right? Like let's say you get like a Shellbane Griffin boss. It like tells you, oh, you can do like either one Shellbane or like 55. Choose between 1 and 55. I think that's how the mechanic works. Like it semi-forces me to get more PVM experience. I mean, that is true. Cause to me I am just like choosing what to do. With like Griffins, I'm just forced to do Shellbane because it just makes a lot more sense to do Shellbane Griffin when you're on a Griffin's task rather than on task non-Shellbane Griffin. Because the only thing you get on a non-Shellbane Griffin is like the bonus drop rate for Horn of Plenty, but that's easily like gotten if you can just get like other what's this called? If you can just get like, is it that lucky? Because it's like 1 in 1,000, right? Yeah, like if you're willing to like do the 1 in 1,000 grind, like it's better to do that basically. Because it's the Horn of Plenty, and I understand that it costs like 4 mil to get it because it's huge. Like the 1 in 10 chance to like double. The Horn of Plenty really costs like 100k, really? Because if so, like I'm definitely getting a Horn of Plenty right now. Because Horn of Plenty is gonna boost my herbivore herbs. You know what? I'm doing that right now. Hold on. I'm gonna leave a buy offer of herbivore for like 100k. Or sorry, a herbivore of Horn of Plenty for like 100k. Stay. I'll bring one. Okay, I'll pay you the 100k instead then. And I will not take no for an answer. I will pay you 100k. That is non-negotiable. Another great chin. Oh my god. We're getting like, is that back 3 back? Was that back 3 back great chins? Or was that only back to back? Damn it, I was gonna use the Quetzal transport system again. Man, I really wish what you could do is you could use the Horn of Plenty in your offhand while doing falconry. But unfortunately, you can't do that. So you can't double your You can't double your dashing Kebbit meat with Horn of Plenty. I've never used that. Horn of Plenty is like part of the new Griffin thing. It's like really good because I'm using Great Chins. What am I doing? But it's really good because at 2 feathers, like I think it like does 10,000 charges, and at 2 it's more expensive. Not even buys for 165k. I see. Because I know when I check the OSRS like GE tracker, it's like 4.5 mil. That's why I know that it costs like a lot right now. But yeah, the Horn of Plenty is basically like a 10,000 charge item, and if you spend 2 charges, if you spend 1 Griffin feather per use, it's 1 in 25 chance to double your hunter catch. But if you're using 2 feathers per charge instead, or 2 feathers per catch, it's a 1 in 10 chance to double your hunter catch, basically. And that apparently works for Herbivore. So basically, right, with Magic Cicators and Horn of Plenty, you're getting herbs for days with Herbivore. And this also works for like Chinchompas. So if you wanna sell Chinchompas for money, a Horn of Plenty is like your best friend, basically. It also has like an invisible +4 hunter boost. So yeah, it's pretty good. Like there's like the Horn of Plenty is like a pretty good supplement for hunter, basically. It's always the first weeks, yeah. It doesn't buy for 4 mil? Oh god. Because I only checked it like a few days ago. Like, I know it sells for like 4.5. Let me check the GE tracker right now. Horn of Plenty. Yeah, the last sale. Yeah, the last sale was like 4.6 mil. And the last sale was like 4.6 mil, dude. Don't buy it. It's not worth 4 mil. I'm not gonna lie to you, man. I would rather just go dry on Griffins for like forever to get like the same way I went dry for the Antler Guard. I would rather go dry on Griffins. Reminder to do all your Griffin tasks? Hell yeah. But it would be a waste to do Griffin, like it would be a waste to do regular Griffins on Griffin tasks, because Shellbane Griffin is like what? Like every task I did a Shellbane Griffin, like for all kills, I made like at least 1 mil per like task. It's like pretty sick to do like 1 mil per task. Ooh, 297 Shellbane, hell yeah. Let me check my KC on Shellbane Griffin. I know I don't have more than 300. Right? Yeah, I only have 284. Yeah, I love the spoon and the sword when I called it. I know! I got Spoon the Bells, Polly, dude! You were like, yeah, you'll get it eventually. And I was like, one way or another, because I'm gonna buy it. Because if I don't after this task, the moment I get the Shellbane Griffin on that kill, oh man, dude, I screamed in the voice chat that I was at. They got all surprised when I got it. Oh, Shellbane Griffin. Yeah, that's the right name. Have you not had like Shellbane Griffin kills yet? Oh, that's probably, yeah, 0 KC. Oh, Daganov task. Are you Do you guys usually canon the Dagannoth task? I haven't done Slayer in over 2 months. Oh, that's fair. Because to me, I kind of just use Slayer as a mixed way of training my skills. I kind of like use it to practice and hone my skills of like using like the right like combat style to maximize my damage against them. Like when I'm like playing when I'm like doing Slayer, because I'm like void lock, I basically lock myself to like, okay, I want to make the most out of this, like I want to make the most out of this. So how do I do it? So I'm like, all right, I think I know how to, but it's not, but I'm gonna have a bad time, or not really bad time, but I'm gonna have a little bit of more of a boring time because I have to basically use my brain cells to like identify if this monster is a good or like weak against certain things. I switch between the kings and multi in lighthouse. Oh, I see. I might do like current catacomb like Dagannoths because I want to get like more ancient shards and dark totem pieces basically. Right, yes, I would like another rumor. Herbivore? Oh, dashing cabbit. No problem. Deposit all of those. Yeah, that works too. Oh, you can barrage like... Oh wait, are melee Dagannoths like weak to... Are melee Dagannoths weak to mage? Oh, cause they're like the basic... Right! Cause they're the basic like combat triangle. Shit! Alright. So if I go to Catacombs of Korend... Oh! Wait, what? The level 9... The level 74 one is basically weak to magic because of the 35% weakness, despite the plus zeros to everything. Okay. The level 92 one is weak to melee at most, despite the plus 50 magic defense and the 35% weakness to earth. He has no melee defenses. Okay. The second level 74 one is the same, and then the second level 92 one is the same. Huh. Okay. Huh. First skill shard drop, let's go. I still only have like a few shards because I only have like 1,333 like yeah, I only have like 1.3k charges on my arc light, and I kind of plan on turning it into an ember light. That's why I haven't been doing like any demon tasks because I kind of want to do like, I kind of want to see if I can do while Gothic sleeps and stuff so that I can do certain... Oh, this is dashing Kebit. Oh, Void works too. I mean, Void gives me 5%, or at least Elite Void Mage gives me 5% 5% mage damage. Like the plus 5 mage strength basically. I could also try chinning them because I do have a lot of chins. Right, drop 1. There we go. Okay. The good part about this, at least this setup for dashing kebits, I am getting dashing kebit supplies. So definitely off stream I'm gonna start cooking. Woo! There it is. Alright. And 12 more to go, which is pretty good. Oh, this part immediately cuts off the music because it assumes that I'm no longer in the falconry zone. That's cute. Hold on. Alright. This will probably be my last task, so we'll open up like all three, we'll open up all three sacks as the final like setup, or as the final like end to the stream, because I do have to go to work tomorrow on a Friday, and then we'll continue like streaming tomorrow as well. Like maybe a few hours after work, when I've had dinner and all that fancy jazz, basically. Two, 1, 0. Beep boop. Hey, there it is. Alright. If we get a herbivore task, we're immediately doing a herbivore task before we end stream. To take on another rumor? Yes. Okay, it's a dark cabinet. We're done. Alright. Yeah, we'll go end stream here real quick. Because I do have to get ready to get to sleep and like, you know, go to work tomorrow. I don't have to go to the office, but I gotta wake up like super early. So yeah, with that said, let's see what we get. 1, 2, 3. Not much. But hey, hunter meat is still good. Alright, I will say with that said, thank you very much everybody for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys like the stream, feel free to leave a like. If you guys would like to see more content, feel free to subscribe. If you guys would like to see when I am online or when I am streaming, feel free to check out my X / formerly known as Twitter down in the description below for YouTube watchers. Or up in my featured link up in my channel again for the YouTube viewers. For the Twitch viewers, I still have to edit my panel, so I gotta edit that as soon as I can. With that said, I hope you guys have a great Christmas, because it's technically already 2 hours before Christmas Day ends here, for where we are. So yeah, for the Westerners, have a great Christmas. For the Easterners, have a great rest of the night. And yeah, you all stay safe. And in case I don't see ya, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.